improvement in hit points. So.
I bought a new couch today.
Ooh.
It is an ugly shade of green, and I love it.
Where is it from?
Get a slipcover.
Salvation Army.
Yeah.
It's like the green is like halfway to brown.
Did you check it for bugs?
Well, I laid on it. I looked at it real close. We're planning on Lysoling it later today, so we have plans.
No.
Rachel and I bought like a media console last week.
Oh, that's fun.
And it's all like 80s style.
Very cool.
I can't wait for it to show up. Oops.
My hot hands are still hot.
I mean, every part of you is hot, Susie. So what else is new?
Aw, cat. They're so sweet.
All right, I think Buster's ready finally.
Have you seen this thing that Comedy Central did? The Scared Shitless Fitness.
Nope.
Oh, it's a guy.
Yeah,
it's a joke, but it's a guy that like he'll like dress up like a killer or a clown or whatever and chase you around.
Yeah.
So you get your cardio in for a day.
Pretend to steal your kid.
Like, what are you afraid of?
I remember
Homeless
that.
people? Oh, I'm gonna dress up like a homeless person and chase you.
Yeah, do you have any money? Ah!
But here's one. He's like dressed up as a cop, and he's like the cop pointing a gun at a dude. He's like, get down on the ground, push up position, get down, push up position, down,
Nice form.
up, down, up.
What's going on?
Everybody's leveling up,
Sydney.
and then we're
okay.
gonna.
Oh, we're leveling up at the start of the session?
And then we're gonna start this. Yeah, why not?
Oh,
We can level up whenever I say.
Yeah.
Hope that
I'm in
doesn't mean we're
charge
getting
here.
something thrown at us.
He's the Dom Jom master.
Aw.
I still find that spelling funny.
Did I send you guys the picture of the person with like little demons on his hands, and it says hand satanizer instead of sanitizer?
Oh.
All right. Now that everybody is leveled up, you guys ready to roll initiative?
No.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
I'm not leveled up.
Let me know when you're done, Sydney.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
Oh my god!
Everybody's rolling big.
12 on a hit die? Fuck.
Oh, lucky. Why don't you share with the class?
That's why I roll every time.
Not how hit points work, guys. Can't share.
If only.
I am not that lucky.
Actually, there's a cleric spell that lets you, or there used to be.
I can share.
I know in 3rd edition there was a cleric spell that let you, you would give somebody a ring and you would wear a matching ring, and anytime they took damage, you could take half their damage for them.
Aw, that's nice.
Also, each time they take damage, yeah. I didn't know what it was called in this version.
Does that mean I get my spell slots back?
No.
Fuck. Do I really need to roll initiative?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Because we have a black pudding situation happening here.
Oh no!
Oh, tits! I forgot.
Ugh.
Globby just had to go over and look at that crack in the wall.
I mean, at least it won't sneak up on us.
The old crack in the wall trick.
What if we just brought giant, like, cork stoppers into every
where's my
dungeon and
token?
plug the holes up?
Where am I?
Dunk.
Oh.
Nah, we just
Here.
always come armed with a cotton gun.
Oh,
Yeah, or like that thing you spray and it's like rubber.
Oh yeah, we have that at
Styrofoam
work.
stuff?
We have that like,
Oh.
yeah,
That stuff's awesome.
the expand dong stuff.
Hmm.
Thing that Filbert makes. You can mass produce it, make lots of money.
Filbert, get on that shit.
Layla, Buster,
I get it.
Joyden, Kelric, Chris. Who am I missing? Curtis?
Initiative.
Yep.
Coaches.
So I'm over here eating my orange.
Ooh,
Delicious.
got a navel orange.
It's a blood orange.
Oh.
Appropriate.
It's
Oh,
all gothy.
I do believe, unfortunately, that last time we played, Globby got murdered by this thing.
Oh, that's right. He poofed. So
He
his
did.
roll.
So yeah, Globby is gone.
Damn.
Unfortunate.
I think that Buster was able to see through Glob's eyes what he was seeing, though. So hopefully,
You guys are, yes, you are aware of what is going on. Everybody's in initiative order. Sweet, you guys ready to play D&D?
Yeah.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Layla, a horrifying gloop comes out of a crack in the wall, grabs Globby, and attempts to consume him, but Globby vanishes in a puff of fire and ash. What do you want to do?
Oh, I'm gonna cast spiritual weapon down there. Have
Hang
the
on just a
spiritual
second.
weapon tank for me. 18 to hit. I'll put it like here.
I'll just give you the
Jam it in the hole.
lipstick. Y'all nasty.
Give me control.
Step out. How's
There you
it
go.
going?
Alright, I'm gonna put
Stop
it
it.
schwa. And then an 18 to hit.
An 18 will hit, I believe.
Okay. And level 4. So I will take away my level 4 spell slot.
So
that much damage.
16.
Mhm.
Okay. So the magical lipstick poofs into existence and then slams down into the thing as it bubbles out of a crack in the wall. Is that your turn?
And then, I'm going to cast Sacred Flame for my action. It makes a DC 17 Dex save. Or it takes 17 radiant damage.
I got a -1.
It takes 17 radiant damage. Then I'm getting the fuck back, so... 5,
Cool.
10, 15, 20, 25,
So
30.
Layla summons the lipstick with one hand and with the other slams down radiant light into the creature. It recoils back into the crack a bit, but it is still there. Buster.
Well, let's see. No, I don't have anything where I can climb on a wall. Damn it, I'm not Filbert. So homeboy's over here, right?
Yep.
So I better move my 30 feet, like over here or something.
You can do whatever you want.
Yes,
You're in
sir.
charge.
I'm in charge of my density, but at the same time, I'm going to prepare a spell. I'm going to prepare Wall of Fire.
Okay, you're just gonna hold Wall of Fire?
Yeah, I'm going to hold it.
Okay. And what's the trigger gonna be?
Oh, the trigger.
Yeah, you have to
The
say
trigger is going to
like
be
a
when
held
I see
action
this
means you're gonna
grimy
say
monster come around over.
to like okay, so if you see the creature there, you're gonna throw up a wall of fire.
Yes,
Got it.
everybody.
All right. Curtis.
I'm going to throw fire up over here.
Where is this pudding?
Back over here around the corner.
Oh, can I even see it from here? I might have to move closer. Well, can I
Don't
inspire
get too
Buster?
close.
I won't, thank you.
Yeah.
Can I inspire Buster first?
Yeah.
I'm glad he made it alive, and then I'll just mosey over here for... How far does my vicious mockery go? 60 feet. I see. To mock it. I don't know where it is, but I can tell it's ugly.
It's probably a little cat.
I'm sure it's a very gross pudding. Very hungry. Don't like
You
it.
can just say I can't.
You can't stomach me! What a coincidence! I can't stomach you either!
I got a 0. So it'll take 7 points of damage.
Nice.
Which
Your
makes it its
bubbles are
turn,
ugly.
finally.
Disadvantage too.
On its next attack roll, yeah. 20.
Oh, thank you.
Dude, these... It's so slow. I don't think when I designed this encounter I thought about how slow these fucking things are. It
little
will
belly.
attempt to trundle and lundle, so it appears around the corner, Buster.
Ah! Fire!
Hello.
Like slowly throwing out pseudopod after pseudopod to pull it across the floor. So you're gonna do a wall of fire,
Yes. If I can get my mouse.
and I
to
assume
work
you're
out.
gonna want to face it away from your friends.
Oh yeah. Cast it at level. Let's see what level I'm at. Level 5, I guess.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
6.
Oh, you have 6 level
Yes.
spell slots now?
Mm-hmm.
Shit, son.
That's what
Dexterity,
it's called.
that's a lot of damage.
Still
Okay.
only got 2 of them now.
I got a 13. It passes. So it
Oh,
takes
you're
half.
fuck.
So
Fuck
it takes
you.
half of 39.
I still want to take 39 damage to it.
So 19 points of damage.
That rounds up to 20.
You round down. You always round down.
Rats.
It's like literally a rule in the game.
Darn it. I thought I could play you.
Unfortunately, it takes all of its movement just to get here, so that's its turn, which makes it Jordan's turn. So Jordan, it comes globbing around the corners, and it does. Buster summons a wall of flames that just blocks off the doorway. You can feel the heat of it rush into your face, but your skin's not blistering. It's not that bad. While the fire seems to be going the other way as the thing bubbles and boils.
Thank you for not hitting me with that fireball blast as I run back, and I'm going to try to hide first around this corner.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm very sneaky. I'm going to shoot it in the face. With button.
15
Hell
hit.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay, it dies.
Oh.
Got an icicle arrow, just one half of it freezes, the other half of it scorched away. The ice is then melted by the bubbling, broiling of the fire. That one is dead.
Yeah.
Kelric.
Oh, there's more, eh?
Well, I don't. Kelric doesn't know this thing is dead. Or not, sorry. Kelric doesn't know that there's more than one. So he's just gonna move away from the fire. Thank you. Yeah, away from the fire. That sounds good. Yeah, let's do that. We're here now. Oh wait, there's fire there too. Oh shit!
Okay, is that your turn?
Yeah, because again.
Okay, Chris?
Me. Well, I don't want to walk into the fire. I don't. I'll just.
Wow, that seems like a fine thing to do. I don't know why you wouldn't want to.
No.
Just
I
walk
don't-
through some fire, make a
I
deck
mean,
save,
all
maybe
this
take
rock, it's
39
kind of
points
cold in
damage.
here. Yeah.
Well, now I can't see anything. I guess I'll just walk up to the fire so I can see. And
Does
I'll
it
ready.
Don't you have like 20 feet of light?
You have
Yeah.
a sword.
But that I
Is
can
it-
only see like to here.
Okay, yeah, this is true.
Yeah. And
20 feet's not a lot.
I'll just ready. Already. My crossbow, I guess.
Okay.
Something comes
If
up.
you see something spoopy, you're gonna shoot it.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Layla.
Move up here, see if I can see anything. I don't see anything. Can I move my spiritual weapon? 5, 10, 15, 20? And then I will hold a sacred flame for if anything comes in my vision, I will sacred flame it.
Sure. Buster.
Duh, did I get it? We're saved.
You did it, Buster.
I did it!
Mhm.
Is that your turn? Just
I
floating?
did it. Yeah.
Okay.
Just gloating.
Curtis.
What did he do?
He burned one of the black puddings. Him and the guys put the icy hot on it.
Yeah, well, like, I mean, I
You
think
You
it's
got
safe
put
to assume
icy
it's
hot on it
everyone.
and splashed water on it. That sucks.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, because it like reacts with moisture.
Oh, I didn't know
Like
that.
don't ever put on Tiger Balm like right out of the shower.
Is it
real
like when you
bad.
drink orange juice after you brush your teeth?
No, it's like it like the chemical like gets more like it'll like burn you.
Intense.
Ooh.
More
Yeah.
intense.
Exciting.
So Curtis, you have any idea what you want to do?
I attempt vicious mocking it.
There's nothing. You don't like it's dead.
Oh, okay.
You can't see anything right now.
I'm afraid to ask why we're still on initiative then.
Okay. Well, do you want me to show you now?
Sure.
Monster's turn. Unfortunately, they're slow as fuck, so like that's as far as they can move.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh no!
I was facing the wrong direction.
For
Uh-oh.
some reason, I did not anticipate that. Oh! Oh no!
Plot
Alright,
twist.
that's,
We can't
that's,
see it! What is it, Buster?
that's their whole turn.
Let's
Buster,
just say, let's just say
Jordan.
trouble for fun.
So out of the hallways, you begin hearing, and like more of these things begin climbing their way out of the side passages that you guys haven't been through yet.
We gotta plug up the walls.
Yeah. I wish I wasn't gloating.
Yeah.
Mute yourself. I'm not a fan of this. I'm going to sneak around this corner and sneak again. Not in the wall. And I'm going to attack the one closest to Buster.
Yep. Go for it.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
You will not get sneak attack.
All right, because it can actually see.
It's like not only that, but like they don't have eyes, but they seem to be able to detect your location.
Oh,
So
So,
that's
19 damage.
still 19 damage. Cool. So yeah, you see it glob its way around the corner, and as it flops out in front of Buster, slowly starting to reach toward him, you draw back your bow and thunk, fire into it. An icicle arrow bites in deep. Is that your turn? Okay. Kelric. Oh wait. Held actions. Who had held actions?
Oh, me.
I did.
Yeah. Go ahead and trigger those.
Woohoo!
I can just barely see.
I can only see Buster, so. Oh wait, I can see one right there. Sweet.
Oop. Does that hit?
14 will hit. Dex save. They're super good at these. Got a 16 on the dex save. That's actually about as good as I can expect. So it'll take 10 from the crossbow bolt and 25 from Sacred Flame. Okay. Cool. As you shoot it, Chris, you notice that your crossbow bolt hits into it, and there's like a splattering sound, and it obviously bites in, but then it starts pulling the crossbow bolt into its body, and you can see it start to melt.
Yep.
Yeah. Keldrick.
Kelric is gonna cast Wall of Thorns because panic.
Where you do that?
From I think it's 60 feet. Yeah.
Oh. That look about right.
Yeah.
Okay. So as the creatures begin clobbing in, Kelric turns with the staff, slaps it down on the ground. The little bits of tiny, filament-sized roots that are growing up in the little cracks in the floor sprout to life, weave themselves together into a wall, and grow sharp, vicious-looking spikes. So is that your turn, Kelric? You want to move?
Okay, I do have a question about how to place it because this is what covered in the description. Can I make it? Does it have to be a straight line, or can I bend it?
It has to be a straight line.
Okay.
Unless the description specifies otherwise.
Kelric is gonna.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Is that your turn? You want to move? Yeah. You did move. Okay. Chris.
I'm gonna. I guess I'll just shoot another one.
Okay.
Do it. Pew. Pew.
Yeah, that will definitely hit for another 12. So another crossbow bolt disappears into its body.
And then I'm gonna yell at Jordan. Jordan, do the thing.
Okay, Jordan, you can make another attack.
Shoot. Shoot it. Thanks.
Just so you know, Buster, there's no line of sight through that wall.
Oh, really? I can't see it?
That's
Okay.
Too bad you won't get your sneak attack. It's still enough. So another icicle arrow thuds into the creature. It just freezes over and then breaks into little individual chunks of frozen goo.
Thanks.
Is that your turn, Chris?
I guess I'll move to see what's out here.
Okay. Layla?
I'm gonna move the lipstick. I'm gonna move myself. Okay, I see a guy up there. I'm going to,
I don't know.
I guess, attack the guy that's up there with another.
You can't see this one.
It's behind a wall.
Oh, it's behind a wall. Okay,
Yeah,
so
like
5,
right,
10,
Kenny.
15, 20. Is this,
Sorry.
does the wall go this way?
There.
Okay.
That do it?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Mm-hmm.
30. I guess I don't see anything at all.
You just see a giant wall of thorns.
Okay. I will hold Sacred Flame for the next time I see something.
Okay. Buster?
He just is like, oh! Whenever the one next to him just explodes. Oh.
Oh, it's snowing a little.
There's one more. I'm sorry, it's behind the wall. But on the upside, if it tries to move through the wall, it's at a quarter speed.
Oh, I think I see one over here. Quick! And he shimmies over here.
Where?
So
Go get
he's
it, Buster.
within range.
Go get
Where
it.
is it, boy? Where is it?
It is right here. Okay, and I'm going to Let's see. I'm going to Scorch Ray it because I'm in love with that spell now.
Okay, so you have to cast it at 6th level, which gives you how many freaking attacks? Like 6 or 7, yeah. It's
Oh my God,
3.
yeah.
What level spell is it normally? Like what?
It's usually a level 2 spell.
It's a level 2 spell, and I think I'll have to look at it. Hang on. Oh,
It has an evocation.
Scorching Ray. When you cast the spell slot of 3rd level or higher, you get 1 additional ray for each spell slot. So it starts out with 3, and then you get 1 for 3rd level, 1 for 4th level, 1 for 5th level, 1 for 6th level. So you get 7 attacks.
Whoa.
Oh my God, I might
So that's 1. That's a hit.
Ooh!
It's okay. You can do it 6 more times.
Ooh! Okay.
So you need hit.
Oh, okay. So 8 hits?
Yeah, 8 hits.
Oh God.
They're big, like slow things. So just roll all your attacks. So you need to roll 4 more attacks.
Oh, okay, so I'm just making
So
this
just do
really
all the
confusing.
attacks, and then we'll just roll damage for all of them that hit.
Okay.
So far that's 3 hits. So roll 4 more attacks. Hit. Okay, they all 7 hit. Just make sure you click the one that's a natural 20 just once.
Okay.
And then click all the other ones. So that's 11, 22, 27.
1, 2, 3, and then 1 more.
27, that's 35, 37, 42, 45 points of damage.
My God, Buster. Heck 'em up.
So Buster's like, oh, I got it. And those of you that like your dark vision is like adapted to the darkness, or like you can't see very far, you just see a shotgun blast of fire come out of Buster and fill the room for a moment, and then you just hear like hissing and whistling noises as the fluid of this thing begins to like boil and bubble away. You probably cut its hit points in about half there, Buster.
Holy shit!
You're just like fire.
You got excited.
Which makes it Denny's turn.
Oh my
Curtis.
gosh, I don't even know if I can follow that up. That was amazing.
Thank you.
You can't do it again, but you know.
Yeah, I kind of blew all my shit there.
Where is
Well, you
it?
have
Is it
the
even
rod,
alive
so you
anymore?
can recover a spell slot
That's right.
as an action.
Yes, I love this thing.
Where's the last one?
It's
Buster is shooting south.
Yeah, so
Oh.
it's down here.
Oh, okay, I see it. Ooh. Yeah. Wow, Buster. That was I feel like my eyebrows were singed off and I'm
I
not
got a
even near
0.
you.
So he will take 6 points of damage and have disadvantage on his next attack roll.
That other pudding better watch out or else that's gonna happen to it.
Does that mean that everybody has like the green spots in their eyes, like when the flashlight camera goes
He
off?
he can't reach you, Buster. All he can do on his turn is slurp up to you.
Oh, fuck! Oh no! Oh
And this
no!
one
Oh
slowly
no!
making its ponderous way around the wall. Okay, that's their turn. All they can do is
Oh
move.
wait,
Join.
I can see him.
Oh,
Sacred
if you can
flame.
see something. Yeah.
Woohoo! I can see the guy to the north.
Yeah.
There you go.
So you just hear as they like come around the corners into the light. I got a 7. So I will just take that. Is it the full 21 or is it just the 16? Because that's the other thing
just
is you're
the
like
16. Let me turn that off.
Jordan, it's your turn.
Buster putting up Jordan's numbers and damage.
Oh no,
I
I don't think I
will
can.
not be showing up. And I'm attacking myself. Since Buster's nearby, I got my
You will
sneak
get your
attack.
sneak attack, yeah. So that's
Yeah.
36, 41.
41. Yeah.
That's Buster. Another one just freezes in front of you and just
Oh.
becomes ice chunks.
Hey, Jordan, can you come a little closer? I want to try something.
Oh, sure. I walk closer to.
Not
Wait.
all the way, just enough so I don't have to sprint.
20. All right. I'm next to Chris. I'll move one more step. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, second turn, Jordan.
Oh my gosh, there's so many more. I'm going to attack that one with my bonus action. Yeah.
Oh god.
25 will hit.
17 damage.
Okay, so 2 icicle arrows as he rushes closer to Kelrick to help Kelrick out with whatever his plan is, and then it's Kelrick's turn.
So Kelrick wants to try a thing, but I'm not sure if it's going to work or not because it's kind of counter crossing things. So Kelrick walks over to Jordan and touches his bow and casts flame arrows. Since he doesn't have a quiver, suppose the bow's the next best thing. And I think that Jordan's bow starts to like flame blue. Like icy.
Takes an extra 1d6. Yeah, I'll let you do that on the bow because he doesn't have like a physical quiver because the arrow just appears when he draws the bow. But I would let you just do it on the bow.
Yeah.
Is this concentration? It is not, and it lasts for an hour. Concentration for up to 1 hour.
Woo.
So yeah, all your arrows they'll get freezer burn.
Yeah, so you get an extra d6 of fire damage on your arrows.
Woo.
Does that
Appreciate
mean
you,
you
bro.
lose concentration on the spikes on the wall? Is Wall of Thorns concentration?
Yes.
Okay, then the Wall of Thorns goes down.
But that's okay. It serves its purpose.
It caused that creature to take a whole turn wandering around it. Is that your turn, Kelrick?
Yeah.
Okay, so Kelrick walks over to your bow, Jordan.
Jordan.
His hand lights on fire, and he reaches over and grasps your bow, and the fire just transfers to your bow. It doesn't burn your hands, but you can feel like the tingle of it. Chris, it is your turn.
Also, I'm sorry if you shoot arrows and they melt on the way. I was just wondering.
I don't know. It's magic. We're not gonna worry about it. Is
They're,
Stephanie back?
they're allergic to water, right?
Sit,
Oh,
Sydney.
I forgot
your
I
turn.
was muted. Sorry. I'm gonna do a little shooty shoot again. Crossbows getting some mileage today.
21 definitely hits. Which one are you shooting? Can you ping it?
The
for
one
me?
at the top.
Okay, that'll work. For 8 points of damage.
Uh-huh. And then I'm gonna yell at Jordan again. Be like, Jordan, shoot it again. Where's my thing? Where's my thing? Not rolling.
I don't know where Jordan went to the bathroom or something.
Oh, okay.
I'll roll for him. It's fine. Plus a d6 of fire, so 10, 23 points of damage.
Woof.
Plus 1 from you, so
Yeah,
24
that's
points
fine.
of damage. So another, this time with Jordan, when you draw the bow back, the ice arrow appears, and at the tip of it, at the end of your bow, just lights into fire. You fire it off, it crashes into the creature, it takes both the ice and the cold and fire damage. So, is that your turn, Chris?
Speaking of icy hot.
I do want to see what's
Fire
going on, so I'm just gonna wander around and see if I can see. Oh, that one's dead. Cool.
Upper left-hand corner, Chris.
Huh?
Make a perception
left-hand
check for
corner.
me, Chris.
Uh,
Actually, what's your passive perception? So you don't have to roll.
16.
16. You can hear another creature to the south of you. Even if you can't see it, you can hear it.
Okay.
You just hear the like wet noise of its like pseudopods reaching out and pulling the rest of the body across the floor as it like scrapes.
Delicious. I'll just stand next to Buster. Oh, there it is. Hello.
Hello. Okay. Is that your turn?
Oh,
Yep.
Layla.
I'm gonna move this lipstick with my bonus action closer to a monster that I might be able to hit with it. So this is like the 4th round out of 10.
Oh yeah, for spiritual weapon,
Mm.
probably. You probably have 6 rounds left. Hang on. Okay, -1.
I think I honestly don't know.
And I'm gonna assume that it's been like 4 rounds. So there we go. I'll try to remember to keep track of that. You got it.
And then I guess I will do another sacred flame up at the one in the north that I can see.
Cool. I got a 2.
16 points of radiant damage. And then I'm gonna kind of move
Glittery
along
hearts. Heart emojis.
so I can see the other one. Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Buster.
okay. So I think I'm going to use my whip with Yeah, I'm gonna use my whip on the guy in front of me. I
Okay.
hope it doesn't eat my weapon.
Only one way to find out. A 23 definitely hits. Are you gonna move up to this guy? I take it.
Yeah, I'm gonna run
Yeah,
over to
23
him.
hits.
Oh my god, please don't eat my awesome thing.
How do they feel about acid damage? They're immune to acid damage, but you still do 9 points of slashing.
Oh, that's not bad.
So you just walk up to it, flay a big chunk of it. That's slashing damage?
Mm-hmm. I mean, at least that's what it gave me.
Where's the thing? Larger subject to slashing damage. When you hit it right down the center, and this big like gash opens up, and it's like gelatinous jello mold type form, and like it just keeps splitting, and it splits into 2.
Oh no! Frick!
You're not supposed
Guys,
to
I
cut
did
him,
something-
Buster.
I'm trying!
Do the fire shooty thing again.
Wait, maybe I can. Because it
Okay.
gave me my spell slot back.
You have to spend your action to get the spell slot back, so you can't like make an attack. Like that's your turn basically, is to recover a spell slot.
Okay.
Because your spell slots are like the nastiest spell slots in the game. That's why you have so
Oh, boy.
few. That is Buster's turn, which makes it Curtis's turn.
I don't know which one is looking the most nastied up, but I'm gonna try and dissonant
Try to
whispers.
think for
Maybe
about
this one.
in not the fun way.
So each of these. Cool. This one?
Yeah,
You're gonna carelessly whisper at it?
I am. Not carelessly, but a little rudely.
I got a 1. You did 14 points of damage. Holy shit. With a cantrip.
That was
Yes.
a regular spell.
Oh no, that's not a cantrip. That's a regular spell. Okay, I was thinking vicious mockery. So Curtis like mumbles or whispers under his breath, and you guys can see it like sort of echo out. And as it strikes, like as the sound hits the creature, it warbles away from Curtis, which makes it their turn again.
Oh no.
That one's gonna do that, and the other one. 2 of them can get to Buster, so Buster's going to take 2 attacks from the pseudopod. Does a 15 hit you?
Oh yeah, that's.
Are you wearing? Does Buster wear armor?
Hey, he's supposed to be. He's like wearing light armor, but I keep forgetting to tune to the bone sun.
But yeah, you can't really use it though. Like you can't cast spells while you're wearing it.
Oh.
That's why you've never bothered to use it. I'm trying to see what kind of armor you have on.
It's just like light armor. I assume it was like leather
You have
or
leather.
something.
Yeah, you have leather armor on. Cool. Your armor class goes down by 1.
Whoa.
As it wraps the pseudopod around your chest, you see your armor begin to bubble
You
and
made my
boil,
armor
and
class go down?
Yeah,
No,
it's destroying your armor. So your armor class goes down by 1.
Ooh, get out of there,
And
Buster.
you take 9 points of bludgeoning damage from the impact and 22 points of acid damage from it
Ooh.
beginning to pull you in and digest you.
Oh,
Ah.
no.
And then the other one does the same thing.
No, Buster.
Another
Uh-oh.
pseudopod whips out at you. A 22 to hit. And what is the actual AC bonus on leather armor? I know it's plus your dex, but I need like the base bonus for it.
I have no
11.
clue.
Your armor's destroyed.
Oh.
Not bone, son.
No, it's not. It's just the like leather armor he's wearing.
Oh, okay.
It just melts away as these things grab a hold of you.
Oh no, I'm naked.
So I'm just gonna uncheck that off your character sheet.
Oh my.
And then
This
you will
is
take
quite-
9 points of bludgeoning damage from the impact and 17 points of acid damage. So 9 plus 9.
How much
plus
acid damage?
15. Are you resistant to acid?
Yes, I am.
You'll take 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
22, and I'll do the math. Hang on.
Sorry, I
And
was trying to do it.
28 points of acid damage. That's halved.
Okay, that's good. So,
Okay. So no, I
it's
mean
already
the 28 is the half.
halved? Okay.
So total, you're gonna take
28.
16, 26, 46 points of damage total.
Shit.
The
I
other
have
one
20
just
hit points left.
slurps up behind Kelric. Yeah, 20 hit points and no armor.
Oh
The last one
no!
can't. The last one actually is gonna spend its turn climbing up the wall, and
Oh.
then up from up the wall onto the ceiling, and then drop down from the ceiling next to Buster.
No.
So Jordan, it's your turn.
Why are there so many down here?
Okay, so just to, not because like I think we need to do this yet, but would I be able to Misty Step Buster out of the goo? Like if I grab him?
Yeah. He doesn't seem to be grappled.
Okay, gotcha. Alright.
But it's like these things seems to be almost like a jellyfish or something. Like it just is like made out of digestive juices. You could just see it like slowly melting Buster as it touches him.
Disgusting. Okay, Buster, I know this looks bad, but you know how they say you gotta put yourself in the carriage first before you put your son. And so I'm gonna attack the one that's next to Kelric after actually moving. Wait, hold on. I want to make sure I moved right. Mount. All right. I'm moving here, and I'm going to attack the one next to Kelric.
Okay.
17.
For plenty of damage to finish it off. Another
Oh,
one
yeah.
is frozen. There's also a d6 of fire damage that we don't need to do. But
Oh, sweet. You're welcome. Figured we'll keep your armor alive. All right, I want a bonus action attack the one that Buster attacked.
okay.
And
It would actually still hit, but it's a natural one. So the icicle arrow just skids off the floor, and a big splattering of ice hits the floor and immediately melts.
Sorry, Buster, I got nervous.
He just kind of gives a weak thumbs up.
Like the T-1000 at the end of Terminator, except it's Blackfoot. Do do do. Is that your turn? Okay, Kelric, you're up. So black pudding slurps up behind you. You see an icicle arrow burn into it, which is a strange thing to say, but that's what happens. Join turns and fires again. Buster's being eaten by these things. I don't know why. I think it's because, like, for some reason, if you play a warlock in my campaign, apparently, the dice just hate you.
Yep. That's the
Buster's
You
like,
curse.
roll really well against us,
yeah,
Warlock.
but Buster's at every fight, you get surrounded by creatures and beaten unconscious every fight.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm not doing it on purpose.
Okay, Kelric will request that Chris move up at least 10 feet on his next
like
turn.
north.
Her next turn. Towards Buster, if possible.
Okay.
And then I will hold Wall of Fire for my turn.
Okay.
Or after Chris moves.
After Chris moves, yeah. And then Chris, it's your turn.
So, wait, where are you putting this wall of fire, Kelric?
Don't worry
I'm
about it.
trying something clever. Don't worry about it.
Oh, are you putting it behind me? Am I going to die?
No.
Fuck it, I'm lighting Buster on fire.
Yes.
I'll be okay.
Could be the
Uh-huh.
first time.
So Buster isn't grappled, right?
No, he's not. They're not grappled.
Okay. If I were to pull Buster away from these things, would he
Oh,
take a-
actually, that reminds me. They do a thing whenever you hit them. Buster, whenever you hit it, like goo splattered in your face, and you take 8 points of damage from that.
Oh.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt your turn. Go ahead, Chris. If you move up and pull Buster out.
So if I pull him away, will he get a attack of opportunity? from
No,
any
but
of
you
them,
would.
or- Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna let's see. No, wait. Oh, I can only move like 15 feet with Buster. A predicament. Which one of these looks the most badly injured?
This one currently looks the smallest. It has the fewest
Yeah.
pieces left.
Okay. I guess.
Why did I whip it in the face?
Probably. Right.
Reach. Do not end your turn here. That would be bad.
Buster's always whipping it out, getting you into trouble.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm gonna grab Buster. And then wait, no, math. So that was
I like
10
how
feet,
careful you're being about where you move and where you stand, Sydney.
and then 30 plus. I don't want to get eaten by a black pudding. I don't want to
Mhm.
die.
And then you're just gonna drag Buster out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay, so
well,
you will-
it's half
you will
of
take-
70.
You will take
35.
35, yeah.
Okay.
You will take one attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I'm just.
I will
gonna
get a
drag Buster
24.
all the way over here.
So
Ugh.
so Buster, Chris just runs
Going
up
as
to you,
far as
grabs you by the
he
back of the like cloak, your cloak of useful objects, and just drags your ass out of combat.
Yay.
As you pull away, one of the things slaps a pseudopod across the back of your back shoulder, Chris, and you
Mhm.
feel it just melt through your armor.
Yeah.
You'll take 7 points of bludgeoning damage,
Mhm.
22 points of acid damage, and your armor's not magical, right? It's just
Yeah, it's
remember
just regular.
okay. It melts a hole in your armor, so it gets a -1 penalty to its your AC.
Ew.
That's okay.
Layla.
Alright.
Oh, did you want to do your held action, Kelric? I forgot about it. I'm sorry.
Wait, how much damage was that? Was that 30
In square.
total?
Damage
29.
on the outside.
29.
What did you want to do, Kelric?
Wall of fire in a, and you can do it in a square.
Okay,
which one put where?
where did you want to put it?
I drew it.
Can you just
and
like?
I want,
Oh, okay. I was like, can you draw it for me? You already did.
and I want the damage on the outside. I was like, if Chris goes forward, I can surround him by fire, and it won't hurt them.
Unfortunately, so Chris, this may change your plans
Oh.
because when you step forward, Kelrick surrounds you in fire.
Oh, am I? Oh, okay. Do I not take that opportunity attack? then?
If you don't want to walk out of the fire, which is
Yeah,
completely reasonable.
I'll stay
so
here.
You can have those hit points and that AC back.
Yeah, I'll just do that.
Cool. I need to
All
make
damage on outside
3.
points. Yes.
What are the saving throws for Wall of Fire? Are they Dex?
Yeah, I think so.
I'll post it.
I'll just live inside of this firebox now, I
One.
guess.
I got a 10. Yeah. I got a -2. And I got a 3. So they all fail. So they all take 27 points of damage. That kills one of them.
Hell yeah. Thanks, Garrick.
Yay.
Yay.
So another square of fire appears around them. It encircles the two of you. You two are a little warm but safe. They are being scorched. Now it's Layla's turn.
Oh my freaking... Screw this spiritual weapon crap. It's never gonna make it. So I'm gonna drop spiritual weapon. I'm gonna move over here a little closer. Just a little closer. And then I'm going to do Aura of Vitality. And we're using my bonus action. I can give Buster 2d6 hit points. So
Ooh, thank you.
I
2d6.
thought that was a paladin spell.
it is in the new
Oh,
book.
they add it?
They added it to the cleric
Cool.
spell list.
So you get 7 hit points back, Buster.
Yay!
Just a wave of positivity and loving energy comes off of Layla.
Wow, thank
And then
you.
then it's your turn, Buster.
Felt warm
Oh,
on the outside.
okay.
Now you feel warm.
You should
on
probably hit something with a whip.
I don't want to hit anything
That's-
with a fucking web.
That's my belief. You should hit it with the whip. You should hit it with the whip. Chris should hit it with her swords.
No, I
I
think
think I'm
good.
gonna use my whip as an action so that I can get one of my fucking
You're
spell
gonna-
slots back.
So as you grip onto it and focus on it to get your spell slot back, you get this weird like worming, tingling sensation in the back of your skull, and a mild migraine for a second. But then you feel the power like thrown back into you. But it starts at like the back of your head and passes through your body.
Ooh.
So yeah, you get one of your spell slots back.
Your arrows are no longer on fire.
Yay!
That's your action. Did you want to do? Is that your turn?
There's nothing else I can really do.
Okay. Curtis. Curtis.
Yeah.
Just
Mm, mm. Let me try. Can I whisper at this bad boy over here?
You certainly can. Yeah.
All right.
Wisdom save. I got an 8, so he will take that 10 points of damage and expire.
Woohoo!
Once again, Curtis creepy whispers at one of them, and it warbles, and then it just sort of like turns into like just goo on the floor.
I hate you. I just want you to know
I need to do another dex save because of the wall of fire. Is it starts its turn or ends its turn?
It's its turn.
yes.
Okay, then that's fine. It's gonna try to get the fuck out of the wall of fire. It just moves up next to you, Kelrick, and is like, "Hey, how's it going? How you doing?
Don't let it touch
Slurp.
you.
Just
Slurp,
scooches
slurping.
close.
I'm just here for hugs." Join, it's your turn.
Kellic, just take one step forward for me, please. I'd appreciate it. I'm also kidding. I want to sneak.
Just go hug
Uh,
that pudding.
Can I sneak behind a wall of fire or something? I don't know.
You're not without taking the damage, and there's really nowhere for you to hide.
All right. Well, snap. Shit.
What about that pool
Whatever.
of water?
That much.
Yeah, 30 hits.
What is that water?
So 15 damage, I guess. Oh, wait, no, plus 6.
No, you don't get the d6 anymore.
Oh, I don't. Oh, okay.
Calric had to drop concentration on it.
That's right. Okay.
But
Well,
still 15 points of damage as another icicle arrow studs into it. It freezes away. You just didn't have the time or the angle to pick something more deadly. Is that your turn?
yeah, I use my bonus to stealth, so yeah, I'm done.
I wanted to double check.
Okay. Calric, it's your turn.
Keller will drop the wall of fire.
Okay.
Oof.
So, fire goes away.
And then throw up another wall of fire.
Just like in front of you, between you and it. Yeah. I kind of figured.
It's getting real smoky in here.
So it needs to make a dexterity saving throw. I got a 5. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yes.
It gives you a lot.
21 points of damage. Okay. So as it comes slurping towards you, Kellerick just reaches out with one hand, pulls, and as he pulls toward him, all of the fire sucks into his hand, and then as he waves it again, it just redistributes, reforming in front of him. Is that your turn, Kellerick? Do you want to move?
I'm
And
good.
the
Right here.
wall of fire is also 60 feet, right?
Yeah, but I don't want to hit my friend, so
Please
we'll
don't kill
Yeah,
me.
but I just want to get it to the right length here.
Or you know what? I'll move.
There you
I'll move 5 feet. I'll move.
They've been touched by the slime. They've been converted to slime.
Chris, it's your turn.
Both-
You're really big into fire today, huh, Kelric? Getting over your fear, maybe. I don't know.
Anything
I'm
else?
gonna-
It's a stone room.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. You used thorns earlier. You know we're going right. I'm gonna.
Also,
I guess I'm just gonna keep doing what I've been doing. I'm just gonna shoot it once.
That will hit.
And yell at Jordan. Jordan, do the thing.
Jordan is now in the opposite. I think you can't shoot through wall of fire.
You can't.
No, I think it says it destroys the ammunition.
Oh, lame.
I could be wrong. Hang on. The wall's opaque when it appears. Fire damage. Oh no, it doesn't. What spell is that? Is that wind wall that I'm thinking of that you can't shoot through?
Yeah, I think wind wall blocks projectiles.
So yes, you can go ahead and shoot through it.
Yeah, do it. Shoot, Jordan.
Shooty.
Ooh, I got an
Extra
8 on
8.
that one.
27 hits for 14 plus 8 for enough.
Yeah.
So at Chris's command, you throw out another arrow through the wall of fire. Part of the icicle arrow melts away, but that only serves to drive it to a finer point, and it thuds into the creature. The ice splatters across its body. Another one freezes over and crumples into pieces. I
Phew.
think that's the last one.
and wall of fire drops.
That's the last one. Okay.
I'm gonna
Yay!
spend my concentration on Aura Vitality for the next 10 minutes and heal everybody up to full. So every bonus action for the next 10 minutes will do 2d6.
So you could do 2d6 10 times.
For the next 10 minutes. 100 times.
Oh, 10 minutes? Oh, fuck yeah. You just, whatever. Everybody's
Yeah,
full again.
Everybody's full.
Yay.
I'm not going to make you roll it.
Ugh.
So full hit points.
Thank
And if we take a short
Thank you.
rest, Buster gets his spell slots back.
Okay, so that is the last of the creatures in this room. You know which way the dragon radar was pointing, so the question becomes, what do you guys want to do?
I'm
Take a
gonna
short
take
Get the
rest.
fuck out of here.
Take a short rest.
You've already short rested today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Does that mean no more?
Can you
short
only
rest?
take one per day?
I think you can only take one short rest per 24 hours, or maybe it's a long rest that you can only take one of.
I think it's just one long.
Let me look.
rest.
I could be wrong. 1 hour long. Characters can spend hit dice at the end of each short rest, up to the max for each hit dice spent. Character regains some of their spent hit dice as a long rest. No, you're right. You can take as many short rests as you want. It's the long rest. You can only do once per day.
Sit down, take a little breather.
Let's take a breather, and Buster
I
will get
can
some
get my
spell
superiority
slots.
die back.
You'll get
How much time until the Castellano powder? Like
It-
14, 12
it-
hours?
It's basically tomorrow.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm just sharpening my ice arrows. How long would it take me to tune to that harp I stole?
You can do it over a short rest.
From the goblins.
Yeah, it's an instrument of the bards. But you can do it over a short rest.
Oh, it's for the bards, or is it instrument of the bard? Like that's the name.
It's the name of the magic item.
Oh, okay.
It's an instrument of the bards.
They're very
Yeah.
nice to have.
Yeah, I wanted to tune to that during a short rest.
Let me see if I can find it. Instrument of the bards. Might help if I spell the instrument correctly. Do I have it on Roll20? Nope. Okay. It is the harp.
Oh, ball.
That dog loaf.
It's rather hard, but he tries.
Yeah, the Ansurith harp. There it is. That's what it does.
Woo. Those are pretty cool. Ooh.
7, 8.
Ooh.
It also makes you better at charming people. You can play the instrument while casting a spell that causes any of its targets to be charmed on a failed save, thereby imposing disadvantage on the save. So any charm spells. It also allows you to cast Fly, Invisibility, Levitate, Protection from Good and Evil. It can also be used to cast Control Weather, Cure Wounds, and Wall of Thorns. But each time you try to play it, you can attune to it, so you don't have to worry about that. You can only cast one spell each day from it, though. So one of those spells from that list. Yeah, that's your own spell. So if you're using a spell that charms people and you use the harp to do it, they have disadvantage on their saving throw.
We all.
Are you proficient in any musical instruments at all, though? Okay. Then never mind. I mean, you could still use it. It just has additional abilities if you actually know how to play it.
Sure, I could teach Layla how to play something.
It's not mine. It's Jordan. Jordan's got it.
I'm sure
Yeah.
I could teach Jordan how to play something.
Excellent. I've always been wanting to play for years. Just charm people into giving me what's mine. I mean, what their best thoughts and monies.
So, what do you guys want to do now?
Oh,
So you can take your short rest. You can get your spell slots back. You can roll your hit dice. You can do whatever's necessary, and then let me know where you want to go next.
Can I try to attune to Bone Sun because I don't have any armor? Naked.
Yeah, just remember
Okay.
it's like it's your action to like activate it, to like put the armor on, and it's your action to take the armor off. And while you're wearing it, it you can't cast spells.
All right. I'm willing to take that risk because I'm tired of getting like death killed every time
You could
I
become
encounter.
Then you
a
activate Bone
Thorn
Sun.
Whip Warlock or Tentacle Whip Warlock. Just walk around slapping stuff with a tentacle. That's your whole thing
That's my thing.
now.
It is +1 plate armor, so I'll put some +1 plate armor on you.
Or blow your load at the front of the like the front end of the fight, then put your armor on, and then just go whack stuff.
Well, you'll also have disadvantage on your attacks. Like your regular, so any like your melee attacks, your attacks with your whip, they'll have disadvantage.
And he doesn't
God.
have proficiency, but Buster does have like obscene strength.
Yeah, but he's like, it's not about like the armor's heavy and cumbersome. It's he's literally not trained to wear it.
Right.
Like he's never worn armor before. So as soon as you like activate it and it crawls all over you, Buster, it's like bulky and it's awkward. You can't move your hands correctly. The wolf teeth visor like blocks your vision.
Ah, this thing sucks.
You
Oh.
wanted it.
What? Who said that?
Ugh.
Ooh. I have
This is
some
armor pile shit.
chainmail, but that's not gonna do you any better.
Who? Okay. I I don't know. What's the stats on your chainmail?
What's this?
It's also heavy armor, so it would not as good as +1 plate, and it would interfere with you just as much.
I could lend you a shield.
Oh, okay.
Oh, shield might be good.
Oh, thank you.
Can't use a shield before
He
I
doesn't.
cast
He also doesn't know how to use a shield.
Oh shit.
He's useless. He doesn't know how to do anything.
He's not like a frontline melee combatant.
Yeah,
you know,
you're
that's
just
not his shtick.
a spell boy.
I'm just a spellman.
A spellman.
But I'm okay with wearing this big clunky thing if it means I don't get whipped in the hiney every time I do something. Because I do appreciate you guys always like healing Buster, but I feel like it's getting exhausting.
You gotta just like get away from things so that you're not in melee range so often.
You
Buster,
got a point.
If no one else was taking a damage, then it would.
Lobby during our rest.
I think
Oh, yeah, Globby.
Warlocks can learn mage armor.
Yeah, you could. You might could take the spell mage armor. You can also take
It
feats
makes
that make it to where
your-
you can wear armor.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Ah.
you would. So instead of like the ability score improvement you just took, you can take the. You're already proficient in light armor, so you can take the feat that makes you proficient in medium armor, which
I
is
think I'll
not.
do
The Bone
that.
Sun is heavy armor, so you still wouldn't be proficient in the Bone Sun, but you could wear like a chain shirt or like, I think, a breastplate.
The fact that we just
Okay.
ironically call it Bone Sun now is a plus.
Well,
But for now, you're gonna wear the Bone Sun.
I'm gonna wear Bone Sun for now.
Okay, so your AC is currently 20, and every time you walk, it's like ching, 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 and it rattles in your ears. Like you don't know how to. You look over at Chris and like all their armor, and you're like, how the fuck do you just walk around in this all day? Because like Chris just wears it all the time. She takes it off to bathe and sleep, and that's it.
How do you do this?
Layla's over there
Uh-huh.
dancing in her armor.
Yeah.
She does like the splits and then like foot like way up in the air and
Yeah, I'm like practicing with my fire twirling while I'm in my armor.
What? What? How did what?
Do you want me to train you, Buster? Do you want me to train you up?
Yes.
I'll help you.
Aw.
I'll help
Please
you.
I'll
help.
help too.
There's lots of downtime activities to achieve. Do you guys want to try to push forward like further into the dungeon? Do you want to head back out to the surface?
Yeah, let's keep going.
Well, we have
Must-
to head to the surface, right? The party is soon.
Well, it's not until day, and I think Buster can create a teleport spell for us to get out.
Yeah, I think Buster can just poof us.
Yeah, you don't have to
Poof us out.
backtrack through all of it to get out. Okay, so you keep following the dragon radar, and it is going to lead you eventually down a set of stairs deeper into the dungeon. Ooh, I've zoomed too far out. Where do I want to? There we go.
Also, speaking of feet, I have a question.
Mhm.
So, apparently in Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, there's a feat called Gunner,
Mhm.
which means that if I take it, I can ignore loading firearms. I can just pew pew.
Mhm.
Pew pew.
Sure.
Can I take that one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any problem with you guys taking feats.
Cool.
And if it's something that's like officially published, if it's something that's officially published, I'm usually fine with it.
Okay. I was just asking because it's from the new thing. Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
where I found the Aura of Vitality. It's a new in Tasha's for the
The
cleric.
o- the only thing I ask is if you guys are going to take something from, like an unearthed arcana or from like a third party thing, run that by me first. But if it's something that's officially published, I'm fine with it. Because those have been play tested. And I need a set of stairs because they're not on the map like they're supposed to be. I'm just gonna grab these because they sort of match the art style of the room. Cool. You guys are bottom leftish. Let me know if you can see yourselves.
Yes.
Cool. Let me read the description I wrote of the chamber. So eventually you follow a set of stairs further down into the darkness. As you go down, you check another door for traps, the Jordan opens the door slowly. It descends down another set of stairs. These are marble. And as you open the doorway, you come into a broad pillared hall. But the columns of stone in the center of the room are carved to look like tree trunks. So the tops of them open into big open trees, and then the actual stone is carved into these tree trunks. Stone root systems crawl out onto the marble floor that branches expand across the ceiling. You even see a few stone carvings of small birds, squirrels up in the trees. It's beautiful. Doesn't appear to be something dwarves would carve, and it's definitely not elvish. It's sort of a strange stone forest. Jordan, you can't see. Your dynamic lighting got turned off. Hang on.
Can I use like what would I roll? Like history or insight to try to figure out what it is?
You could roll like history.
Okay.
You're not sure, to be honest, Buster. It's a strange thing. Like the carving and the design and the architecture makes you think maybe it's elvish, but like elves are not well known for digging giant holes in the ground and working stone in them.
Hmm. So it's bootleg Elvish.
Which way is the radar?
Hang on. Almost like due west, like kind of northwest. Like it is pointing. I will draw it. It is pointing. This is on the GM layer. That won't help you. There you go. It's pointing that way.
Uh-huh.
It's pointing west.
We
I'm going to I'm going to head east. I'll lead the way.
Wait, can I read this? Like, is there anything of note in these inscriptions, or is it just kind of like general stuff?
It's not any like written word. It's like carvings
Oh, okay.
of squirrels and like forest creatures. It's like somebody carved the room to look like a little forest.
Yeah.
And there's a door here. Jordan, as you begin to move forward into the room, though, when you get to right about there, can you make a perception check for me?
Do you mind if I go ahead and keep my skill improvement until I actually have time to read all these feats?
Sure.
But there's a lot of them.
Yeah. 24. As you begin to come around the tree, like the tree in quotation marks, the stone tree, you can hear something like shift on the other side of the tree from you. Yeah, it's like it's behind the tree and it's circling around the tree to try to stay out of your line of sight.
I mime to Layla, just like go around the corner. I want to try to sneak up to it. Like I do the whole like point, and then like I do stop a point, and then
Sure. So
I'm
you're
going to try to sneak around the other corner.
It's this tree right
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the east and sneak that around that way. About here.
And then can you roll a D100 for me?
Sure.
A 4. Okay. As you circle around, you can see crouched down behind the who's not muted? Somebody in this room. I'm getting an echo.
Oh, that's my bad.
Okay. As you come around the tree, you see crouched down behind the tree with a bow in his hand, a little goblin. And when you see him, he goes, "Shit!" And then jumps up with the bow and starts aiming it at you guys. So we'll need to roll initiative again.
Yeah.
Oh, Gobbo.
We're not here to
Are
do
you-
any harm.
Trading village or the goblin traders?
Well, I rolled really low.
I mean, I've been rolling really low too. Don't worry about it, Chris.
Can I roll for Globbo since he came back?
Did you take the time to? Did you take a short rest or did you resummon Globby? Because you can't do both.
Oh, fine. I did a short rest, I think.
Okay. Then no.
No, Globbo.
Sorry, I still love you.
I know you do.
Okay. Jordan, you get to react first. Is everybody in there? I got Jordan, I got Layla, I got Buster, I got Curtis, I got Chris, I have Keller. Cool, yeah, everybody's in there. So Jordan, you get to react first. You're muted, and you can also hear, like, as he yells "shit," you hear like chittering and stomping and boots and rustling and throughout the stone forest. He doesn't seem to be the only creature.
Uh-oh.
No.
Does he look like? I'm trying to think if he's like trying to protect something, or if he was trying to sneak up on us. Yeah, I want to shoot him now. Yeah, because that seems like a thing that's appropriate.
21 will hit. For 15 points of damage. Cool. So you come around the corner, he draws back the bow, you are quicker on the draw and fire an arrow off into him. He and he gives you the finger and then goes back to trying to shoot you.
Wait.
Layla.
Before my turn ends, I want to move back around the corner and try to sneak it. I think it's Layla's turn now.
Yep, Layla's turn.
I think I'm gonna bonus action whoosh my sword, and then I'm gonna come up here to this guy and stab him. Choke on air. Fidelius whooshed!
An 11, I do not believe. It does not hit. He dodges back out of the way.
Fidelius, you've betrayed me.
Oh.
Where is
Fidelius.
this guy? Mm, 30 feet. Okay. So he can move 30, which puts him about 30 feet from them. You hear a shout in Goblin, which nobody speaks, in the out in the darkness, and that will be that guy's turn. And then it's Buster's turn.
Well, now I'm wonderfully safe, but also wonderfully useless. What am I gonna do? I have no idea what Buster can do now. I guess I'll just kind of see. Is my movement impacted? Am I like encumbered by this?
I don't believe so.
Okay, so I'm just going to hustle my huffies over to where I heard the last gobbo, which I assume is like somewhere over here. Whoops.
It's over here! By me.
Okay, I'm coming. You have disadvantage on any ability check, saving throw, or attack that involves strength or dexterity. Wow. I need to get some leather armor quick.
Mm-hmm.
I am a mess.
Is the goblin wearing any?
Might be too
can I
small.
borrow it?
You couldn't take his armor and put it on, like it wouldn't fit Buster.
Oh no, I'm way too fat.
So that's 30 feet. That's just your movement. You still have your action, your bonus action.
I don't have any actions. Can I at least like prepare like damn. Can I prepare my tentacle whip?
Yeah, just like if something comes within range, you want to hit it.
Yep, I'm gonna whip it.
Okay.
Good.
That makes it his turn.
Do.
He's gonna do what he planned on doing. He's actually gonna bonus action disengage from Layla. And move 30 feet, and then throw a javelin at her. 17 to hit. Nope. Okay. And then these two will bonus action dash. These two will bonus action dash. Not there. This one. Move about there, and then they're all gonna chuck javelins. So one of them threw. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I don't know. 3 of them against Layla, 2 of them against Buster. So first one against Layla, he gets to add a D4. Doesn't help. He got a 7. Second one against Layla. Third one against Layla. 19 Layla. Nope. Okay. And then 2 against Buster. 4. Dude, they can't roll for shit. And a 12. Okay.
He goes, "Foomp,"
Yeah, they just
and
ting, ting,
his
ting, ting,
legs
ting.
and arms go inside. Just
These guys will. Oh, that's the rock they're hiding behind. They will move up behind this tree, and then you hear more shouting and goblin in the dark.
It's a group photo later. Someone's like, "So what's that red blob on the
Curtis.
floor?" Oh, that's Buster.
I really don't know if there's any benefit in fighting all these goblins. I feel it's just
And
kind of
as they
bad.
come, I should add, when they come scattering out of the darkness toward the group of you all, you hear them all going, like, shouting in common. Kill them, eat them, take their stuff! Kill them, eat them, take their stuff! Kill them, eat them, take their stuff!
Oh. Can I
oh,
try
they're so
and
cute.
friends with one of these whenever's coming closer?
Friends.
I mean, I can try to talk
It
them
says
down.
creature of a choice that isn't hostile toward you.
Are they hostile?
They're trying to kill you, eat you, and take your stuff.
No. I mean,
So the answer is no, right?
That can be friendly in some places. I mean, I don't know.
You're gonna try to cast sleep on them instead?
yeah.
One of them will go to sleep. Have a nice little nap. We'll put this lightning
Aw.
bolt on him. So one of them just is like, kill him, eat him, take his stuff.
Aw.
His buddies look down at him.
so
They're like,
sweet.
what the fuck, Chad? Your turn, Danny.
That his name is
Is that your
Chad.
turn, Danny?
Mm-hmm.
Curtis? Okay. Chris.
Chad the Goblin. I guess I'll move.
I mean, they clearly don't know what they're up against. It'd be rude to wipe the floor with them.
Oh, I can just barely see. The
Besides,
tip
we're
of
just gonna turn
one.
around and sell it at the market.
And we're gonna steal it back.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell I can honestly tell you that the market people won't be happy to see us either. So
Uh-oh.
True.
Yeah, but I mean, they were planning on killing us and eating us and taking our stuff anyways. So it's fine.
yeah, exactly. Just cut it out of the source. We'll increase some weapons' value by killing goblins.
Yeah,
There you go, goblin economy.
I'm gonna girdle up and
Chris goes Super Saiyan. Pair of lightning wings sprouting from her back.
I'm just gonna point at the one that I can barely see at the edge of my
Okay.
vision and try and fry it with some lightning. to
Dexterity
scare it away.
save. And he gets to add a d4.
Oh,
17.
the dexterous little goblin.
Yeah, they're quick. They're nimble. So he dodges out of the way of your arcing lightning. Is that your turn?
I don't think I have anything else I can do.
Okay. Kelric. Bork. The dog rushes forward.
Bork.
Bork.
Okay, that's your whole turn, right?
Yep.
Okay. Makes it the flanking crew's turn. Shock troops incoming.
Oh,
They will all bonus action dash to get into melee.
Oh, hello.
oh dear. Hit the
So
dirt.
2 attacks against Chris, 1 against Buster.
Just turtle in here.
13's not gonna hit Chris.
Nope.
13's not gonna hit Chris, and then 1 against Buster, a 23.
The
Oh
one
my God.
one of the ones that misses, I want to
Yeah.
Riposte. Go for it. Make your attack roll.
do a little.
Like Susie can look over her shoulder and see my dice. Like it was a 13, a 13, a 23. Like the dice just hate warlocks. So you take 7 points of damage, Buster.
All right. Well, it's better than what it would be. I
A
guess.
27 will definitely hit Chris for 20 points of damage. So as that goblin
yeah.
rushes forward, it swings at you, dodge back, parrying with one sword, and then with the moon-touched rapier, just slash across and open up its throat. It bleeds everywhere and dies.
Oh, what a mess.
Oh, my held action will be triggered now.
Oh
that
yeah, you
I
can whip it.
see.
Whip it.
I'm going to
Real
whip you.
good.
He's just kind of like
You have-
holding his
You
whip
have
like this.
disadvantage on the attack.
Okay.
So
Alright. Oh,
10 will not hit. It dodges
Fuck.
back out of the way and it's like Jordan, it's your turn.
Mhm.
bastard.
I am going to frostbow the one that's closest to Kelric. 15 will hit? Wait, would 15 hit?
Nope, 15 does not hit.
Alright, I'm on bonus action and attack again.
22
Same.
will hit, yeah.
Yeah. So, because
You do get your sneak attack, yeah.
Sweet.
It kills it. An icicle arrow just over Kelric's head and thuds into the goblin's eye. The goblin rolls over back, ice encasing its face. Is that your turn? Okay. Layla.
I can't believe you're hitting my friend here. So I am going to hit you back with Fidelius. Fuck.
No, you're not.
Then I will bonus action something. What do I got that's bonus action?
Spiritual weapon.
Nah, fuck it. I'm not gonna bonus action.
Spiritual guardians.
No. I'm just gonna look over at Buster and be like,
Aw.
Where is this guy? Which guy is this one? That's this one? Okay. He is surety feet. Push him way out of range, so he'll keep moving. There's another shout in the dark. And then this guy will move his 30 feet
Uh-oh.
and
Oh, no.
throw a javelin at Jordan.
Come in.
Boop. 26 to hit, Jordan. 7 points of damage. It sort of looks like a goblin, but it has red skin and it's about 6'2", and it's wearing very finely crafted armor and has long black hair pulled back into like a tight ponytail. Comes barreling around a tree and hurls a javelin in your face.
Ooh.
Does he look like one of those guys we saw in the bar?
Probably, yeah. Maybe not that one specifically, but it's the same species, yes.
Okay.
Buster.
Okay, well, I am going to try whipping again. Can I use my inspiration?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, are you using bardic inspiration or regular inspiration? 'Cause Regular, right? Yeah, you don't have bardic inspiration. That was the last fight. So yes, you can use your inspiration, which means you'll just have a flat roll. So it'll just be one die.
And that's worth it.
24 will hit.
Yes.
For enough damage to kill a goblin. So as the tentacles rake across its face, it just like slashes these garish holes, and you can see it just literally dripping with acid that slowly burns back into its skull, and the thing just screeches once. Ah! Don't take my stuff! And it dies.
I'm gonna take your shit.
Is that your
Yeah,
turn?
that's it for me. Yeah, that's my turn.
These guys' turn.
I just
two of
returned and
the-
turtling.
are going to attack Kelric.
One of them is asleep.
Oh, that one is asleep. One of them is going to attack Kelric.
That's more like it.
14
Beats it.
and a 10.
No.
Your AC is a 14, so the first one will hit you.
Yes.
So you'll take 3 points of slashing damage. And then it is going to bonus action disengage from you and run 25 feet away. About there. And then the other ones begin to form a line.
Uh-oh.
And I think they're all three going to throw javelins at Chris.
Uh-oh.
Ah,
Yeah, give me your weapons.
grab him.
1,
Give them stuff.
Nope.
2,
Oh, that one.
20,
Mm-hmm.
and a natural 20.
Oh.
So the 20 hits you and the 22 hit you?
Yeah.
Okay, it is only 7 points of damage. Like, throw, there's a harry of javelins at you. Which makes it the captain's turn. Wait, these two are both captains. They haven't, yeah, no, they haven't taken their turns yet, right? No, yeah, one of them threw a javelin at Chris. I fucked that up. Okay, Curtis, it's your turn.
Two. Can I inspire Chris while they're about to take on this thing?
Yep.
Seems like everyone actually is over here. 20, 30. And sleep.
Where are you casting it?
Probably in this direction. Are these guys still alive?
Yes. Okay. It has no effect on them.
All right.
They all have
No.
too many hit points.
They're too strong.
Chris, it's your turn.
Time to murder. I'm gonna stab this guy that's in front of me.
Yep. 19 hits.
Nice.
And you slit another one's throat. He's dead.
And then I'm gonna wander off and see if I can find those guys who threw a javelin at me. Because that wasn't very nice. Oh, there's one. How far did I move?
So does Chris just meander, or does she meander with
Oh.
Chris?
Oh, wait. Oh,
I believe she's
That's
meandering
like-
with purpose.
wait, no. Oh, I was here. Okay.
Yeah, you're about there.
So I can get right next to him. Hello! Oh, look at all you guys right here just waiting
Right
for
in a
me.
line.
Do I have your... Yeah.
I'm gonna stab this guy. I assume a 31 hits. Probably.
Ooh,
Just
shit.
barely. For 10?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So you,
Uh-huh.
you slash in, he dodges back, you catch him across the arm and chest, but it's not a deep enough wound to actually kill him.
And
The other ones that rushed in on you, those were like, they were basically naked. These guys have armor and stuff on. So a
I
30
see.
hits.
Yeah, that one probably hits.
For another 10, he's still up. That's 3 attacks. You have another one, right?
Yeah, I do. I have another
With
one.
your offhand?
Yeah.
22 hits for 12. That will finish him. So to your surprise, Chris, like as you slash into him several times, it takes a bit more, and he's a bit more nimble and dodging, and he's better armored and equipped than the other ones. But he did. Is that your turn? I'm gonna assume yes. Kelric. You're muted, homie. We can tell you're really tickled by whatever.
Am
Mhm.
I? I should be.
No, we can hear you now.
No, I was like, I didn't change anything. I said my sole purpose in life is to give Jordan sneak attack.
I like put my foot up on his.
Woof. Does 13 hit?
13 does not hit. It just rakes across its armor.
Woof.
These guys are all dead, so that makes it Jordan's turn.
I'm gonna step up in front of this tree. Before I do that, I actually will shoot the one that Kelric is attacking, because that sounds like a good idea.
29 hits.
Sweet. I'll do that much damage to it.
Yeah, okay.
Nice.
And I'm going to bonus action one that's next.
Sure, if you can see it.
The sleeping one? Because you'll wake him up.
Yeah, I guess I'll attack the sleeping one.
Sure. That hits. For enough to kill him, yeah. So Jordan, 2 quick shots, thunk, thunk, and both arrows find a home. Both arrows freeze a corpse. Is that your turn? You moved, action,
Yep.
bonus action. Okay. Layla.
I'm going to try to figure out where that boss guy went. I'm gonna yell to Jordan. Jordan, is the boss guy over there? Big boy? Alright. Then I'm gonna go north if he yells that way. So I'm gonna go up to there. 30 feet. Oh, hey, buddy! There's no guy over here. Where is he? Yeah, I don't see as far. Okay. I feel lied to. I'm gonna sacred flame this guy over here then, because I can see him.
Yeah, because Chris is like actually shedding light, so.
Yeah. Ignore the 5, so just the 8 points.
Dexterity save. Does he get to add a d4? No, he doesn't. 7, so he takes 8 points of damage. Cool. So you brush forward, you give a shout, another clash of positive energy. Anything else?
Flame like radiance. Does this mosquito organism save? Or dexterity save. Okay. No, I'm just gonna hang out here. With my bonus action intact.
Guy will move forward 30 feet. And he will throw a javelin at Chris. 12 is not going to hit. That will be his turn. Buster.
Ah, good catch.
Yep, I got it that time.
Well, I can only see these 2 guys, so I'm gonna clunk Buster forward 30 feet, like here, I think. Oh, there's more of these guys. Oh.
Yeah, forming out of the darkness, you begin to see other creatures standing about. Tall and proud looking, not like the tiny little goblins that you're just shredding through. So that's just your movement. Did you want to use your action to move again, or?
I can use, You know what? I'm just gonna sit here for once because I'm tired of
Okay.
moving up and then getting my ass split open every single time.
You could take your armor off as an action. You could like deactivate it.
Oh, really? Okay, well, I'll do that then.
Okay, so the armor like crawls off of you, back into the little bone that you're wearing on your pinned to your chest. Durablin Burrs. So these guys, there's 2 of them. They are both going to run up to Chris for 10 feet each, and then they are both going to attempt to scimitar you. 23 to hit. And a 6 to hit. And then a 16 to hit. And then a natural 1. So one of them hits you
Yeah.
for 6 points of damage, and then they're both going to bonus action disengage and move 20 feet away from you.
Hit and run tactics.
Get back here.
Which makes it these guys' turn. That one can reach Chris. That one can reach Kelrick.
Oh, there's
So
so
they
many.
they both rush forward, pulling out great swords as they come, and one of them is going to swing at Chris. Ooh,
Ooh.
I'm sorry, that's gonna be real bad, Chris.
Oh,
Well,
So 22 points of damage from the sword, and then he's going to use his martial advantage feature
fuck.
to drop another 19 on you.
ow. Well,
So he rushes forward with his great sword and then
I'm gonna
bodies into
parry
Chris
that.
hard. Okay. Bodies into Chris hard, and as he does, he just rakes up with the pommel of his sword, and the pommel of the great sword catches you under the chin. As your head recoils back from that, your teeth feeling loose in your skull, he comes down with the blade.
Ow.
So he'll make his
What
second
a
attack.
dick.
That was me.
Second attack's not gonna hit you. Other one swings at Kelrick for a 12, not gonna hit. Second attack is an 8, not gonna hit. Curtis, it's your turn. So he swings at the dog, but you just sort of skitter back and forth out of the way, Kelrick, barking. Are you plotting, Curtis?
I think Denny, I think you're muted.
See your lips moving, but there's no words coming out.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was. Can I like dissonant whispers this guy over here?
Yeah. That is this guy. I need to close this other character sheet. Wisdom save. Oh, it's their best save. They're so good
Oh.
at this. 13. He will take his 5 points of psychic damage and say thank you. His ears
thank
just
you
slowly
for it.
start to bleed, and he like looks at you and goes, "Ah, I don't want that one. Stop. That one's weird."
Aw,
Their
be
turn.
nice.
Oh.
That's it.
Okay. Chris.
Okay. I'm gonna. I'm gonna stab this dude. A few times. I'm gonna try anyway.
So far everything hits.
Cool. And do
25, 30, 32.
one of those. I want to make a disarming attack.
Okay.
Woohoo! Nice.
So that's +8. Would it be an action or a bonus action to pick up his sword?
If you wanted to pick it up, it would be your action. If you just want to like kick it away from him,
Yeah, I'll do that.
but he has to. Oh no, he just drops it. He doesn't make a roll.
Yeah, he
or
drops
anything.
it.
On a failed
Or
save.
no,
Oh, no.
strength save.
No. He does a strength save. Okay. You still get the 50 points of damage. I mean, so he rushes
Damn.
up to you, Chris. It slams into you, does this cool move with his greatsword, and then you just parry the greatsword off to the side, headbutt the shit out of him so it drives him back, stomp on the end of his blade so that you trap it, smash his hand with your pommel, punch him in the face with
Oh
the
my god.
with the hand guard of your other sword, and he like drops backwards, teeth coming out of his mouth, and then you just cross both swords and his head comes off. I mean,
Woo!
you can kick his sword away if you want to, but he's just fucking dead. So.
Oh, well, I guess that's fine.
That all happened so fast.
Holy shit!
And then I'm gonna walk over this one and use my last
Stab him.
my last stab. Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Yeah, and as you come walking over to him, you hear him just go, ah, fuck! 22 will hit.
Oh my
Just
god.
intimidate him.
Yeah.
Kind of unpleasant. So Chris is a goddamn whirling dervish monster. Kelric, it's your turn. 7 will not hit. These guys are all dead. Jordan, it's your turn.
I'm attacking the one that Kellerick is tangling with.
My one purpose, man.
Yeah, 30 will hit.
I do that.
Yeah, you shoot him right in the face. So he rears back with the sword again, and as he does, his chin tips up just a bit, just enough as he's trying to strike Kelric that you get a shot right at his throat, and the icicle just right in his larynx, and he goes to scream, but his throat gets frozen over, and just ice comes out of his mouth.
Ah.
Whoa!
Is that your turn?
I'm gonna move and bonus action attack the one at the top left.
Okay. Uh, 15 does not hit. Yeah, 25 will hit. For 18. And you're shooting this one? Okay, that one goes down as well. So another 2 quick snapshots from Joyden, and another 2 goblins fall onto the ground. Layla.
I guess no one really wants my healing. So I'll move. Where are some guys? Can anybody point me in direction of some live people? North?
There's a dude in front of me and like a dude off somewhere else.
Okay. I'll just move over here. And I'll Sacred Flame the guy in front of you.
Yeah.
For 11. Nope.
Nope, he'll dodge out of the way.
He'll dodge out of the way. Jerk.
No.
Is that your turn?
Bag. Yes.
Okay. The one, can you see the guy to your north there, Chris? No. Okay, so a dude comes walking out of the darkness from your perspective, Chris. Another great sword in his hand. He's another big red-skinned creature with little dainty horns growing out of his head and the long pointed ears of a goblin. He points at you with his great sword and goes, "You are the greatest champion of your tribe. You will face me in single combat."
Yeah, okay.
Ooh.
He nods, like when you agree, he nods, and then he runs over next to you, kicks the goblin that you're fighting out of the way, and the goblin just and then he's gonna go at you with his greatsword.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Sorry, he has a long sword and a shield.
Ooh.
He's also wearing full plate mail.
Dang.
A 13's not gonna hit you. 22 hit?
That will hit.
Okay. And oh, actually, the last one he's gonna do a shield bash. Oh, I should have done that first. Fucking dumb. Is a 19 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. So on the 22, he will do 11 points of damage, and he's also going to use his martial superiority ability.
Uh-oh.
So for 15. So that's
Mhm.
26 points of damage from that attack. He just rushes in, barrels into you with your shield. You dance back, parrying away a few blows. One finds its way through, slashing you across the top of your thigh, and then he just slams into you as hard as he can with his shield. You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. Strength save.
Yeah, you just plant your feet and slide back a bit and sort of like cock your head to the side at him.
So I
Uh,
think I want to.
he nods at you and goes, "You are a worthy opponent, then." Buster, it's your turn.
Buster is looking a little bit distraught because he's not sure if he should like try to pitch in or if there's like some kind of unspoken valor shit happening here.
Oh, this is single combat Buster.
I think Chris has got this.
Okay. Then in that case, I'm going to turn my attention over to this guy over here. And I will hit him with Eldritch Blast, I guess.
You can't cast Eldritch Blast.
But I took off my armor.
Oh yeah, that's right, you did. Yeah, so a 9 does not hit, but I believe you're at a high enough level now that you can attack more than once with Eldritch Blast.
I can. Let me
I don't know
look.
how many times though.
3 beams at 11th level.
2 beams at 5th level. Yeah, 3. So you get 3 of them. So that's
Okay,
one. The
well.
first one misses.
Alright, gonna try again.
That one also misses. He rolls out of the way of the first one, throws up a sword to block the second one,
Come on, come on! Ugh!
and then dive rolls again out of the way of the third one. That makes it his turn. He looks around and is like, Gorgoth, you got this one, buddy! And then he's just gonna run.
Oh, goodbye.
Okay.
So he's gonna go 90 feet. These guys are actually all dead. Curtis, it's your turn.
Yes. Mhm. Well, I wouldn't want to interrupt Chris's battle, so.
While Curtis is thinking, the one in front of you, Chris goes, "You were damaged by my allies in the combat, so if yours were to heal you, I feel that would be fair."
Oh, that's very nice of you.
What a nice dude.
Does
No, it
Chris
is
need
not
anything?
kind. It is the honorable thing to do.
It's true. It is
I wouldn't
very
want to beat you at
honorable.
less than your best.
Aw, same here, buddy.
All right. Well, if Chris needs any juice for this showdown, boop.
I will
You have to touch
gladly.
her to do that.
Oh,
Well,
I mean, he's probably not gonna attack you, right?
I got it.
You can walk up here if you want.
Oh, that'll be fine.
I got it.
And you also still have Bardic Inspiration, Chris. You haven't used it.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So Chris, it's your turn.
My turn. I'm going to. Okay. I need for that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna just start wailing on this dude. And I'm gonna be like, Layla, I trust you'll heal me. You know, when you get around to it. I am a little bit hurt now.
Yeah, that'll hit. All 3 hit so far.
And I'm gonna do.
I'll let 21, 36 points of damage. And are you gonna do anything special with that?
Yeah, I think I want to try another disarming attack.
Okay, so
See
he
if I can get him
makes-
to drop his shield.
Oh, his shield. Ooh, clever.
Nice.
I got real bad. I got a 6.
Oh.
So, so he'll take another 10.
Hmm. And since I'm glowing right now, I'm gonna lightning him.
Okay.
Wow.
So he'll make a dex saving throw.
Let's see if it hits.
He can't even.
Aw, he passed.
Okay, he'll pass.
Oh well.
But but
And
as you begin to wade forward, your two blades like dancing around, he hunkers down behind his shield, and you hook one of your blades underneath the shield. He goes to pull away, and as he goes to pull away to like get the shield between you and him again, as he goes to pull away, you just lean forward with your shoulder, basically wrapping one arm around the shield and snatching it out of his hands. His AC will go down by 2.
cool.
And he cannot shield bash you anymore because his shield is on the
Nice.
floor.
And I'm gonna action surge
Okay.
and keep wailing on him. Oh wait, I didn't use my last thing, my rapier, my offhand. So I'm gonna do that.
You did the lightning. Your bonus action.
Oh yeah, that's right. Never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind. I don't think that hit it. It's fine.
No, it's not that Chris is holding back. It's that like a lot of times the monsters are too far away for her to get into melee attack. Or in the last fight, it was something she didn't want to touch, so she just shot at it. But now this is like.
I don't want to melt my magic sword.
That
a
second
big old
attack,
jelly.
he's going to parry.
That's
So he'll block that second attack.
well, I could. Can I do that? Oh, can I add my bardic inspiration to that?
You can, yeah.
What is it?
It's a D10, Curtis.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay. Well, he would have parried it.
he
You.
tried. Oh, I'm just gonna.
So
And
26, 37 points of damage.
Whoa.
Whoa. This poor
beast.
guy.
So there is a moment where like you stab and he comes out with a very quick, like clever parry with his long sword. But like you just remember Curtis telling you got this, and you're like, oh, I do actually have this. You turn the blade slightly to the left, like
There was
around his
never any
parry.
doubt.
And the point still cuts him. So 3 telling blows. He stumbles back, like blood pouring out of him. His armor beaten up. He's still up.
I'm gonna triple attack
goes-
him with one of those.
He goes, yes, I will die gloriously.
Holy shit.
So he has to roll a strength
another
save.
strength save. Let's hope he
Yeah.
does better on this one. 18.
Okay. Does that pass?
Still another
I think
4
that
points
passed.
of damage though.
Oh no! Oh yeah, that meets it. That meets. my
Makes it
AC.
okay. So he's still up. He stumbles back, but like celebrates about how glorious his death will be.
And then I'm gonna turtle lightning one more time
Okay. He'll make another dex
just to see
save.
if it'll hit.
Oh
That'd
my
be cool.
god.
Okay. He barely passes. Okay, is that your turn, Chris?
Yeah, that's all my things.
Okay. It's just
Uh-oh.
lightning bolts coming out of Chris's eyes. She's dancing around this dude. She rips the shield out of his hands. Like she's just beating the holy living shit out of him. And he's like reveling in it. Like he's excited about it. Kelric, it's your turn. He doesn't look good, by the way. Like okay, Kelric just comes up to watch. Joyden?
I want to rush after that other goblin and see if I can get to him in close. So 60 feet diagonally. Yeah, about right there. So. Oh, I see the goblin. I want to try to.
Like you
make-
run up and he's just bolting. He's trying to go as
Yeah.
fast as he can.
I'm trying to mage hand him to grapple him. Can I do that?
No, Mage Hand can only move like 5 or 10 pounds or something.
Okay, how about okay? Can I bonus? Wait, no, I did my dash action to bonus action.
So you can just
So
use your action to shoot him if you want to.
yeah, I could, but I wanted to make him watch.
Mm.
You can use your action to attack.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to use my action to run up to him and
Okay.
just like try to prevent him from leaving. It's like, no, you sit, you watch this combat.
Layla, it's your turn.
Chris, you still want some of that heal?
Yeah, a little bit. Just like a little bit, like just in case.
Alright, here you go.
Yeah.
Here's the heal spell. That much?
That's a lot. That's a lot. Thank you.
So with a word,
Yeah.
Layla whispers to you, and you just all of your wounds knit together,
Oh.
and you hear him go. It may have been a mistake to allow your friends to heal you.
Maybe a little bit.
I will die gloriously. Layla.
Sure will, buddy.
Do you want me to heal you?
I will die with honor.
Okay.
Okay, and then he's gonna try to whack. He's gonna try to whack Chris. Nope. Nope.
Oh, that one hits.
Oh, an 18 hits you. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's my AC.
28. Ooh. And on one of these attacks, he's gonna throw in his martial superiority thing. So 28 points of damage. He just takes the longsword in both hands and swings down at you as hard as he can. 2 big, heavy, chopping blows. You manage to throw your swords up in the way so that he doesn't like cleave off your head, but the impact of it rings up through your arms, so you feel them go numb a bit. That is his turn. Buster?
I think Buster's just kind of gonna sit back over here.
Okay, you're just gonna watch.
Yep.
Yeah.
The goblin boss is going to continue flee. So he's going to use his bonus action to disengage and then his action to run. So he's going to get 60 feet away. And then Curtis, it's your turn.
I mean, there's really nothing we can do except watch the carnage.
Okay.
Be like, the longer this fight drags,
Chris?
like,
He's like one arm has like almost like severed. His blade, like the tip of his blade is dragging the floor, and he's like, you back up preparing for your next strike though. He's just like limping towards you, just like blood pouring out of all of his wounds.
Delicious.
Like, you're gonna sneeze on this dude and he's gonna die.
Feel kind of
so.
bad. Maybe we
Yeah.
should heal him.
He's
no,
got a smile on his
oh,
face.
I missed.
As you swing forward, he bats the scimitar to the side with his blade, and like just grins at you, blood like pooling at the corners of his mouth.
How about that one?
21. He'll parry it.
Oh,
He'll use his
okay.
parry, his reaction to bat it to the side. So he's just stalking forward, knocking your attacks away.
What if?
Jesus.
Will
a
it hit?
3. Yep, that's enough to hit.
Okay. Ooh.
So 14. So he bats one strike out of the way, and as you go to strike again, he goes to block, and you just nimbly pull the sword back and come up with a like a backhand strike instead, and slash through across, like catching him under the jaw and going up across the side of his face. His face basically splits open, splitting the big hedonistic grin that he had as he flops on the ground dead.
ugh.
Oh,
What a mess.
that
Well-
was wow.
He died
He's dead.
as he lived. Challenging people, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what he did while he was alive. I'm sorry. But I'm gonna like Not very often. I don't
Sure,
think
I'll have
Chris
some.
does this, but she has like a little moment of silence for her
Okay.
enemy. She does it when she takes down like giant animals
Thanks.
and dragons and stuff.
Worthy opponents.
Dude, he was
Yeah.
pretty mean. He did a lot of damage.
He did.
Okay, so Chris has a brief moment of silence for her fallen opponent. There's a hush that falls over. That other goblin's just gonna keep running, Jordan. But like you can keep running up to it. Like, do you want to just run up to it, try to grab it, or are you just gonna let it run away?
Jordan, ask it what's through that door down there.
Yeah, I want to grab it to interrogate it.
Yeah, I'll just see you chase it down and drag it back.
Awesome.
Save us having to do a little mini chasing.
Music.
Okay, so you drag the goblin back the whole time, but it's going, fuck you! Ah, man, you killed Gorgrath!
Yeah, well, he wanted
Shit.
to die.
That's all
It's
they ever
fine.
want.
Layla's gonna go over to him and, close his eyes and get him in like a good pose and be like, go with the gods now. That was very honorable. Because it was so
Aw.
sweet and so kind that he allowed a healing to go
That
through.
really was very, very
Oh,
generous
nice.
of him.
So she gives him like a proper funeral rite while you guys interrogate.
Okay. What do you guys want to talk to this goblin about?
Who made all this?
He looks at you confused. Like he doesn't understand the question.
Doesn't seem elvish. It's sort of that, but it's not.
He's just like, his eyes are slowly getting whiter.
That's my question.
He shrugs. He's like, not goblins. Goblins didn't make it.
Oh, okay, so not goblins. Anybody else have questions? I don't.
I have a question. Just question of, have you seen anybody that has come through here that hasn't tried to, you haven't tried to kill?
He looks at you confused and goes, no, you kill them, you eat them, and you take their stuff, and then you sell it in the goblin market.
Pretty straightforward.
Whoever put that dragon curse down here moved around unseen, or it's been here for a while.
Or maybe they just didn't run into the goblins. Maybe there's another way to get past them or something. To wherever the thing is at. Also, what's through that door over there? And I point
That
at the
door?
door down at the bottom of
If
the
you go
map.
in that door, you get burnt.
Oh. Cool. Well, thanks. Thanks for telling us.
Alright, please, go through that door.
It'll shoot fire at me.
Yeah, that's the point.
Just stab me then. I
I
don't want to
don't
get
know if you
burned
want
alive.
that.
That fucking sucks.
Are there any other doors around here that go other places?
Points to the north. He's like, you go that way.
Oh, what's that
Better.
way?
The troll. And, some dead people.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And the troll. But the
Nice.
troll's that way too, and he points at the other door.
Oh, okay. So they both.
But that
go
way's got
to the
fire,
trolls.
and that way doesn't.
Well, thanks for
He
telling
doesn't
us.
seem to be lying, Jordan. Like, he's just like, he seems like he's just gonna tell you whatever you want to hear, in hopes that you let him go.
I don't know, guys. He didn't even watch his compadre in combat.
Well,
I don't think he deserves to live.
Aw, he's fine. Let him go.
Yeah.
I mean, he could just steal all his other buddies' stuff and sell it.
I was gonna say, isn't there a thing that we used that killed some goblins that he could take back, like this javelin?
Mm-hmm.
No, I want. Well, okay.
How
No,
many
I want.
javelins are you carrying already?
Each
have
one of them.
3.
Each one of them has 2 javelins on them, so there's a lot of javelins laying around.
You'd be like a porcupine.
Yeah. I just like throwing things. I feel like Chris only thought about stabbing things when she began this journey, and now she's like, oh, I like throwing things too.
I can also throw things. I have other skills.
Wow.
I'm gonna hand him a javelin and be like, this killed 10 goblins.
Sweet.
Now go on.
Okay. And then he just like bolts.
Bye.
Have a good goblin life.
Yeah.
And like somewhere off in the stone forest, you just hear a voice go, "Fuck you!
You're welcome.
Come back with more goblins."
Yeah,
Then we
okay.
can kill them and take their stuff and eat them.
Yep.
That's what I shot back.
I don't know if I want to eat a goblin though. Like,
It's
So what
too
do you guys want to
intimidating.
do? So surrounded by
Um,
dead bodies. What are you gonna do next?
I want to take one of this guy's teeth. Does he have any cool teeth, like tusks or fangs?
They
or
don't have
anything?
tusks, but they have like really enlarged canines.
Okay, I'll take one of
No,
those.
but Layla comes over and she's like, he died honorably.
Yeah, he did, so I'm taking his teeth.
He's living in memory.
Yeah, and then
yeah,
I
you gotta
fish
preserve
out.
something of him.
Yeah, I fish out a cool tooth from my bag and I place it on his chest.
She's just gonna be
A tooth for a tooth, it's fine. Don't worry
sad.
about it. Do-do-do-do.
She's gonna put him up underneath a tree where it looks like nice and, I don't know, make him look nice. Nice and buried, but not buried. Cause, yeah.
Yeah, this whole place is made of stone.
Yeah.
I don't think we can bury him.
Yeah.
I mean, we could, but it would waste a huge spell slot level.
Where do you guys want to go?
So we bury him under more goblin bodies.
Just
God.
build a goblin meat pile.
Yep.
Yeah, can we loot the corpses?
I mean, they just have like goblin stuff on them. It's hundreds of
Okay.
pounds of like weapons and armor that nobody's gonna want.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a couple, or maybe I'll just take one more javelin, so I'll have
Just
4.
one more javelin.
Yeah, now I have an even 4 javelins. You know.
Yeah, Jordan. There's like a on that rock there. There's like a carving of a chipmunk, like sitting there. It's just carved out of marble.
Which way is the not fiery place?
You said the up north. I can just move you guys over to that door if you want.
Okay. How many doors are there?
Just 2 after you get done like exploring. If you don't count the stairs that you came down.
Oh, there's my teeth. Do you guys know I have a whole section on my
I'm not
character sheet
surprised.
for teeth?
I
Are you
did.
collecting a full set?
It's a huge room, so there you go. I'll save you guys some time. So this is the other door that he pointed out.
Oh, I've got.
There it is. There's the door.
Well, let's go, I guess. Or is this
I'm
like a
gonna
good stopping place? Do
Yeah,
you
you can
guys
do an
want to
investigation for traps, Jordan.
Like?
I give you
where are
guidance,
we?
Jordan. And I don't want to be near you when you do this.
As you search the door, it's a simple stone door, similar to the other ones you've seen in the Underdark, but it does not seem to be trapped.
I shoot the door.
It thuds into it heavily.
Cool. Can you pick up my arrow?
Layla, you already shot the door. You can just go get it.
I walk over to the door with my and pull it out with my hand. And in the meantime, I open it too, and then go.
The dynamic lighting's messed up. You can like see through the wall, but that's fine. There's nothing.
That's
There's
okay.
nothing out there but negative space anyway. Oh shit! Where is Buster? Oh, sorry, Buster.
Where is
I left you
everyone?
behind. There you
Oh
go.
yeah.
Oh.
It's okay. My whatchamacallit was spazzing out again, so yeah. I just keep having to refresh it. It's stupid.
There's in the next room when you open up or head into the passage, Jordan, it's just rows and rows of stone coffin, and then above them, carved into the walls, are boss reliefs of skeletal men in armor. Hang on, I think I wrote a blurb. Let me read it. A chill crawls up your spine and out over your skin as you look upon this room. The carvings on the wall are magnificent, a symphony in stonework, but the themes they represented, it might be described as a requiem. Scenes of death, both violent and peaceful, appear on every wall, framed by grinning skeletons and ghoulish forms in ragged cloaks.
Spooky.
Well, I see why that goblin wanted to die in combat.
Hmm.
Can I make an investigation check to see if there's like, I don't know, anything else other than coffins in here?
Sure, yeah, you can search the room. Without opening the coffins, it doesn't appear like there's anything else in this room now.
Can I tell where the dragon is? A dragon radar still pointing northeast?
It's kind of pointing. Give me my thing. That way. Smells like dust and bone in here, Kelric.
Thanks. I was gonna say anywhere it smells, but I kept typoing everywhere.
I'm going south to this hall.
Okay. You guys gonna investigate the door again, or do you want me to just open it and describe what happens? Check for traps. Yeah, right in front of you. You're standing in front of a door.
Oh, coffin.
What was that, Buster?
He just, I think, no, Rachel just sat back down and saw the room that they were in. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, coffins.
14.
Welcome
It
back.
doesn't appear to be trapped.
Hello.
Hello, Buster.
Sorry.
It is
okay.
locked, however. When you go to mage hand it, the door is locked. Your thieves tools? Yeah, you can. Yeah. Normally you can't do the use an object skill with mage hand, but the whatever you are,
Arcane trickster.
arcane trickster, yeah, can use their mage hand to like manipulate objects, and so yeah, you can pick pockets with it. You can use your thieves tools with it. You're also proficient in your thieves tools, so you get your like thing where you can't roll less than a 10. So 19. Okay, yeah. So a couple seconds of quick work with your thieves tools, and the double doors creak open. The room ahead of you seems mostly empty. I don't know if you can see. You can't quite. You can sort of make out a cage off in one corner, at the edge of your dark vision. But there's like a big like iron cage in it.
Oh boy. I wish I had Globby.
You can just resummon him.
I need a short rest to do that.
True.
I think it takes 10 minutes to summon Globby.
Oh,
So as you
really?
move further into the room, Jordan, you can see that there's a big iron cage in one corner with an orb in it that's floating. And one side of the orb is dark and looks like a starry night, like a black starry night. And the other side of the orb is light and looks like a blue sunlit sky. And it's just sort of floating there.
Can I roll Arcana or lore of some sort for that?
You can roll Arcana, but you're a dog right now still, right?
It doesn't affect my mental.
I know, but like you can't communicate to.
Yeah, but
Then there's a hall to the south and a hall to the whatever direction that is, east. I don't know if anybody can see. Okay, now you guys can see it. Directly across from the cage, facing the door, is a statue of a lion that is like facing the cage. It's a weird orb, Kelric. It's a big stone lion.
Menacing.
Sure, that can't come to life.
I'm gonna investigate the lion now. Slash R.
It's a big stone lion.
4 with
This
a
orb.
15.
With the guidance of your god on your side, you do notice that the lion's eyes are a pair of like red gems, like the actual irises, but they're small, like little flakes of rubies set into the eye deep enough that they're hard to see.
The cage.
So there's these red rubies in this thing. So methinks that it's some kind of trap. Do I think it's a trap? Can I think it's a trap? I'm gonna think it's a trap. It looks like a trap. I'm
not in
it's
charge
trap.
of telling you what you think.
Well, I am.
Think whatever you want.
I'm sus. So somebody come pry these eyes out.
Before we do that, I want to see if
It's
the cage
money,
has a
Joyden.
lock.
Joyden, it's money.
Yeah, the cage has it has an like a lock built into the door, and it also has a it's like bolted to the floor. So you can't just like lift it. But it does have a lock.
I kind of want to take the gems, but all right, I want to maintain the gems out of the lion's eyes.
Wait, before you do it, I want to detect magic.
The orb is magical, the door is magical, the lion is magical.
It's magic!
The lion.
The door is also magic.
The orb gives the aura of transmutation magic. The cage gives the aura of conjuration, and the lion evocation.
So methinks Fireboy and Door Shutty and Release the Hounds. That's what methinks.
So no touchy?
Wait, you said door. Do you mean the door to the cage or the door to the room?
The cage. The cage itself is magical.
Hey Buster, get out of the way. I got an idea.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, Mom.
So we'll just assume that Buster moved north. And I'm about to do something stupid.
Do it.
Do it. Okay, I'm out of the way. I'm sorry.
You sure? Okay.
Yeah, I'm out.
I want to Sacred Flame the lion head.
It has no effect.
Okay, I want to throw a rock in front of the lion's eyes.
Nothing happens.
I want to throw a rock at the cage.
Do Do you want to hit the cage or do you want to go into the cage?
I want to hit the cage first.
Okay, pings off the cage.
Okay, now I want to
Ping.
throw it into the cage.
Okay, rattles to the floor inside the cage.
Okay. All right, I got nothing. That was the test.
I think we should continue exploring before we make any harsh moves. Like to the east here, because we don't even know if this is a dragon problem. I consult
Is
the
the-
Dragonstone again, see if it's actually pointing
that
to the
way.
orb.
Is
No,
the
it's
cage
like
door locked?
that way. You could go over there and check it. There's a lock on it, but nobody's actually stepped up to the door.
Oh, Jordan, use your mage hand and unlock the cage.
All right, I will unlock the cage.
Okay, make a
Also
thieves
gonna
tool check
step
for me.
back a little bit.
Yeah, it'll be Dex. Yeah. So what's your actual total? Because you rolled a 9. So you should actually be a 10, plus your proficiency bonus, plus your Dex. 19. Okay. Couple seconds of quick work for Jordan. It's no problem for the cage door to open. As soon as the cage door opens, the lion's eyes light up and little beams of red fire just right in front of it, right where you would have to be to open the cage door. But it just sits there and does that at nothing because it's just Jordan's mage hand. so like there's nothing for it to laser, but it's just continually lasering.
Ah!
Cool.
Does anyone have like a mirror to put in front of the laser?
Can I like check my
Okay. Do you want to
useful
turn back
object
into a
book?
people then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit.
So Kelric shifts back into a person and it's gonna just cast Wall of Stone in front of the lion, unless
Hmm.
somebody like wants to stop them because they have a different idea that would save a spell slot.
Wait, before you do that, I want to take the gems out of the dragon's eyes the lion's eye was my mage hand. Or try to.
You're not gonna be able to pull them out with mage hand.
Okay, never mind.
Okay, so you Wall of Stone, and then very quickly, that maybe bought you 2 or 3 seconds before it's gonna laser through the stone, like it's just melting through the stone.
Whoa.
Oh,
Fuck.
grab it. Should I grab it? Should I run in and grab it? I'll just run in
I'm-
and grab it. I'm very.
It's a huge.
It's not. No, it's just big like that on the map. It's actually about the size of a golf ball.
I'll run in and grab it.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, wait. Can I mage hand it and grab
Yeah,
it?
you can mage hand it out. Like,
Yeah,
Chris
you
rushes
could do
forward. Jordan
I
tries
don't
to
know.
mage hand it out. One of you gets it. The Wall of Stone gets melted through. The lasers come back on. But you have the weird. One of you has the weird little drifty ball.
I'm like, I grabbed it, but I don't know what to do with this. I'm not a magic person. Here, Jordan, take it.
Jordan stares at it in silence and then passes it to Kelric.
You could attune to.
I was hoping you could Arcana check it. You know, you're into magic. I'm into magic too, but
It's a floaty orb.
okay, I pocketed.
But I do. Is it something that you can attune to?
No, it's not. After staring at it for a few moments, Kelric, you kind of look at this little ball, and as you're watching it, the light side of it starts to rotate very, very slowly. The light is starting to rotate to the bottom, and the dark is starting to rotate to the top.
Oh.
Is it similar to what? Like, is it about the same speed as the sun goes over it? Like,
Make a nature check. Yeah, about the same speed as the sun.
Ooh.
actually, Jordan, can I keep this?
No take, only throw. I handed it to Kelric.
Functionally, what it lets you do is tell the time of day. Like,
Why
really.
would
So even
someone
now
wanna
in the
be guarding
dungeon, you can
this?
tell it's like sunset outside.
Oh, it makes
Can't
sense
hear you,
because
Intel.
they're underground.
That's the reason I like it, because it feels
Yeah.
like it's outside, even though it's all
Yeah. Which it strikes you as odd that like such a minor magical artifact, it looks really cool and it looks super powerful, but it was like in this cage with it, like it feels like bait.
Hmm.
Someone just put it there so someone would get caught by the trap.
So you guys
Well-
ready to explore the next room? The,
Yeah,
the
Look at those
eyes are
goblins.
the eyes are just shooting fire now. So like, and they'll just keep doing that. So, and they're just little tiny flecks of gem. It's not.
Okay.
Here, you want me to? I'll get rid of the dog.
Okay.
Before-
Like, I keep just dragging around the set.
Before I move forward, I'm going to wait to make sure everyone's in the hallway and then go around the corner.
I shoot this thing.
The chest.
Yep.
So as you come around the corner,
I shoot it.
Jordan, who has better dark vision than you see 3 chests lined up in the center of the room. Layla immediately crossbow bolts one of them. It sticks into the wood in the side of it. Actually, it just tinks off of it, Layla. Like the crossbow bolt, the tip gets bent. There's a set of stairs leading down to a heavy door, and then the 3 chests in the room, and then a couple of other passages that lead out of the room. The dragon radar is pointing at the door
I
at the bottom of the stairs.
I shoot at all the chests.
Yep, same reaction every time.
I shoot at the door.
The door is like iron. It's like a heavy polished iron door. And when you go down there to shoot at it, you notice that it has 3 big locks. There's a black lock, a gold lock, and a silver lock. You shoot the door, it smashes. The crossbow bolt smashes. And then the chest, there's a black chest, a silver chest, and a gold chest.
Hmm.
I don't like any of this. I'm gonna back out of the room.
How big are the chests?
Layla, we
No,
need-
this reminds me of
they're
something
about-
bad.
They're about 4
Oh,
feet
no,
tall and
Filbert.
about 5 feet wide.
Yeah, fuck that shit. Don't.
Climb into the chest and don't close it behind you. That's all we got.
They're all bad.
So whoever wants to do a thing with these stupid chests, I'll give you guidance, and then I'm getting the fuck out of the room. Cause I'm just, I got this wearing suspicion not to trust gross-looking chests in a dungeon. Suspicious.
Oh, I'm sure they couldn't possibly
it
be more
looks like it
mimics.
corresponds to the door, so if we want to go through the
I
door.
I feel like Soon is sending me this message to not be in there. Got a message from my god. That's an ugly place. I'ma stay where it's pretty. Over here.
It's called the Willies.
Whatever you call it.
I mean, that just sounds like you're nervous. Because this all looks the same.
Quiet you. You wouldn't know anything about a god. Gods tell you things. I'm a cleric. Shut up.
Okay.
And she kind of harumphs and then turns around and then moves another 5 feet down the hall. And she's like, shout if you need healing. Otherwise, I'm gonna be here.
Yeah, fuck these chests. I don't want to. They're all like corrosion or whatever. I just know it.
Buster, think of the treasure that's in here.
Yeah, there could be another.
Buster, you might lose your meat
Layla,
this
you still have
time.
detect magic up?
No meat.
I think Layla still would. The
You
door
might
in the
lose your meat
chests
for
are
real.
magical.
I don't wanna.
Layla just kind of goes, yes, they're all magic and I hate it.
Is the door open?
No, it's closed.
Can I try to unlock the black chest?
It's not locked.
Okay, I'm getting away from it.
Yeah, we're all like stepping away
Investigate.
from it.
Check it.
Sure. It doesn't. Examining the outside of it and looking, there is a lock on it that's not locked though. So, examining it, examining the lock, examining the outside of the chest, the bottom of the chest. You can't find any mechanism for a trap if that's what you're looking for.
I will open the chest.
Okay.
Mage hand it open.
Okay, so you back up a few feet, mage hand the
Good luck,
chest.
Jordan.
The chest swings open. Inside of it is empty, except at the bottom there's a little black button.
Don't like that.
Before I push the button, I am
Jordan, don't
going
push.
to. I said before
No,
I push the
don't
button.
though.
I know I'm not
Don't push
pushing
button.
it.
That implies that you're planning on pushing it.
Well, of course.
No.
You know who doesn't
don't.
push buttons? I won't yet.
Buttons are
Until
meant
I
to be
do.
pushed.
I want to look at this silver chest, see if it's unlocked.
That one is locked.
To mage thieves.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and make a thieves tools check. What'd you get? A 20. You go to pick the lock, and with your mage hand, you can you'll get a tumbler in place for the lock, and then you'll feel it like when you go to move on to the next one, that one drops. It'll even force your thieves tools out of the way. Like it, the lock itself is fighting you. And as you begin trying to unlock the chest, a hole opens up in the ceiling above it, and a swarm of poisonous snakes drops out of the ceiling.
Yay!
I'm not gonna bother having roll initiative. I'm just gonna make it attack the closest person. Actually,
Ugh.
no, it has a decent amount of hit points. Let's roll initiative.
Oh no! Why?
We.
You would have just let me push the button.
I think the problem is you did push the button, and there were snakes.
You pushed
No,
the button and there
he
were
tried to
snakes.
open the other chest. He didn't push the button.
Oh, okay.
So I have Joyden, I have Kelric, I have Buster, I have Layla. I need Curtis and Chris to roll initiative still.
I thought I hit
There you
mine.
You may have. Where the fuck is your token, Curtis?
I'm down here. Am I actually? Am I touching Buster's? I don't know.
I don't see you. Can somebody ping where Curtis is?
Is this
No.
me?
No, that's
Where
Buster.
are you?
Oh, where am I? Maybe I'm
Where
still
did
back
you
in the
go?
hall.
Curtis. Curtis.
I think I might be in the hallway back there, or I just ascended.
I don't see your token anymore. I
Oh,
think maybe.
she's back in the stone tree room.
You
Oh,
went back to your home planet.
I'll move you into the appropriate room. Hang on.
Sorry, I took advantage of Kelric Dog.
That's fine.
Oh, phew.
There we go.
Okay.
And you gotta. That'll work. Okay. Boop. Jordan, you get to react first. Suddenly, snakes, 40 of them, just drop out of the ceiling.
Cool. I love it.
If I'm gonna hold my action for Chris to attack it first and then shoot it. Fall back.
Kelric.
I will give Jordan protection from poison.
Do you have to touch him?
Give it to
What is it?
Chris. while Kelric's looking that up.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there is touch.
How far can
Okay.
Wait, were you saying you wanted to? Are you gonna back up immediately, Jordan, after Chris gets there?
Yeah.
they
No,
back
I was.
up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I backed up and held my action.
Wait, where?
In that case, I would move
Oh.
wherever Chris was standing and protect from poison Chris.
Wait, which is it here? Oh, okay. I went past it. I found it.
So I'd be standing here.
I
So-
guess I'll just start stabbing snakes.
how you spend a Saturday night, stabbing
Yep.
snakes.
It's my favorite pastime. Who's gonna stab some snake? I'm gonna
Hit.
try
Hit.
to stab
Hit.
some snake.
Hit.
Okay.
Well, okay. Well, I lied about needing to roll initiative. Chris murders.
Okay.
Yep.
I was incorrect. I sometimes I forget you guys are level 12 and you can do a lot of shit. So these snakes drop from the ceiling, everybody spreads out really quickly, and then Chris just rushes up to them and like just fucking Ginsu knives a bunch of snakes. The few that are left remaining alive slither away in a panic. And they didn't even get to bite nobody. So now what do you guys want to do? The black chest is open. Trying to pick the lock on the silver chest caused bad things to happen.
Do it again, Jordan.
Layla just sits there and
No, we
shakes
can
her
handle
head.
it.
She's like, I told you bad stuff. Told you.
Yeah,
Don't
well,
trust it.
obviously. Look at these chests, Layla. They're so incredibly suspicious.
If this wasn't the quest, we would... come here, Jordan. Let me give you some guidance.
Is it the quest?
You know, walk over and get a butt touch.
We have to open these chests.
Well, the dragon radar says yes.
Oh, it says we have to open the chest?
Yeah, and I don't wanna. I'm a
Can we
coward.
not just go through the door?
Says you have to go through the door. Yeah.
Says you gotta go through the door. Okay, I give guidance to Jordan
Sure.
just in case he needs it for something. Spare the dying as well, you know. Just in case.
I want to investigate the golden chest now.
Okay.
I'm gonna put on my armor now.
Okay. So roll your investigation check for me, Jordan. You a couple minutes of looking at it, it's locked. But you don't find anything that looks like an obvious trigger for a trap. You can roll a d4 and add it to that. That's true. Okay, with the guidance of Layla's god on your side, looking over it, in the actual lock for the chest, there is what looks like a false tumbler. After a couple of of peering in there, there's a tumbler that if you mess with that tumbler, it's not part of the actual lock. You can try to disarm the trap with your thieves' tools. Yep.
Shit. 19 is my minimum total for that, so.
Yeah, a couple seconds of work with your mage hand, and you think you've disarmed the trap.
I'm gonna mage hand open it. Mage hand open it. Mage hand it open.
It's still locked.
Oh yeah, I disabled the trap. So now I'm gonna unlock it.
Okay.
20.
You can't unlock it. It's the same thing. The lock is it actively resets itself every time you get a few tumblers in place. It resets itself. So you don't trigger the trap, but you can't get the lock to come undone.
I'm gonna try to investigate the other one to see if there's a.
You've investigated all of the chests.
Can
so you just ask
I?
questions.
Can I just pry it open with a crowbar?
You can try. Yeah. You want to make an athletics check?
In a fit of rage, Layla runs over, jumps over into this black chest, and pushes the button.
You're gonna
Layla.
No.
Are you just
Layla,
standing
don't-
over the chest and reaching into it, push the button?
I'm probably gonna do it with something.
Layla, don't pull a Buster.
She's gonna shoot it. She's gonna shoot the button.
The crossbow bolt whacks into the button and then clatters around in the bottom of the chest.
All right, I'm going back outside. This is suspicious.
Ooh.
Okay, Layla.
Is it out of breath? I didn't know I was holding in.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and pry this chest.
I mage hand the button.
Nothing happens. It like won't press. Like it won't go down. Chris, I think you have advantage because you're using a crowbar.
Okay.
I think that's the way crowbars work.
I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah,
'cause the 20 is not good enough.
29.
Okay, and which chest are you prying open?
The one that won't open.
The gold one? Okay, so
I
you
don't
shove
know.
the crowbar
Yeah.
in, and after a couple minutes of grunting, Chris just shoves and pushes, and the lid, eventually, it looks like it's made out of wood with like gold filigree, but whatever the fuck this chest is made out of, Chris, it took a lot more effort than it should have. Eventually, though, you do manage to rip the lid just completely off of it. It tumbles to the side. Inside the chest in the floor is a gold button.
Oh.
Is there gonna be like a Metro
Luckily, that's the
button?
one that Uzi disabled the trap on.
Wait, what?
That's the one that Uzi disabled the trap on, so.
I guess there's always the wrecking ball method, not the scalpel.
Wait, are they? Wait. Are they all open?
Smashy smash.
Or...
Just the black one and now the gold one that you just ripped open. The silver one is still closed.
Oh, I wanted to open the one that Jordan was trying to unlock.
Yeah, that was the one you just ripped open.
Oh, okay. Then what's wrong with the middle one?
It's locked. The black one was the only one that was unlocked. The black one was unlocked, the silver and gold one were locked. Now the gold one doesn't have a lid.
Okay. Well, Uzi, do your thing on the other one.
The Uzi has not been able to pick the locks on them.
Oh.
But two of them are open. They both have buttons in them.
Should I just wrench this one open also?
You can.
Do I need to make another roll?
Have
Or-
guidance.
Make an athletics check.
Okay.
I'm gonna step 20 feet.
Advantage or... Yeah.
Get an extra D4.
Right.
And then roll the d4.
I'm gonna hold an action for any monster that jumps out.
1d4.
27.
27.
You rip the lid off of this chest. There's another button at the
bees.
bottom of it, and as you rip the lid off, a bunch of poisonous snakes drop on you, and Joey just starts shooting them. So I'm not gonna bother bringing the snakes out, but you guys just murder the snakes really quickly. All three chests are open now. They all three have buttons that match the color of the chest in the bottom of them.
Okay, I vote we press them all at the same time.
I'll take the black one.
And then if something terrible happens, just the three of us will be dead, and Layla and Curtis and Buster can all go. So
I can resurrect you.
Be fine.
Joyden,
We'll find a way.
and Kelric all reach
Yep.
into the chest with their hands, and
No.
right, you guys are just gonna do it with your hands.
with our
No,
human
no.
hands.
What? Crazy, I'm mage handed.
Okay.
I have a
Just
staff.
up close.
I actually have a quarter staff or a javelin. I did just get this
Wait,
javelin.
let's
so I might
sacrifice
as well
Globby.
use it.
Globby.
No.
Bring Globby up and then let's sacrifice him.
So Rick, do you want a proxy poker?
Do I have anything that can poke?
Bobby is willing to do
I
it.
have a billion things that can poke.
Can I like
I have an
try?
idea,
I mean,
Layla.
I could throw something into one of the chests. Maybe. Be nice to Layla.
Buster.
That's my
no
son.
way.
You're telling me to throw my son in there?
He'll come back. He'll be fine.
He always comes
No,
back.
he won't.
He
That
always
doesn't
comes
mean
back.
I'm just gonna throw him in there.
He'll come back with psychological scars, Layla.
Ugh.
Those are fine.
I-
Everybody's got those.
Mm-hmm.
Builds
That's true.
character.
We all do.
Alright, Layla. You and I are through.
Oh no.
You don't think sacrificing, the life of someone that can be brought back very easily is worth it than losing the life of one of your friends?
Funny you should say that.
It doesn't. It also
Mhm.
doesn't really kill him. It just sends him back to hell. Like he just goes home until you bring him back again.
He's just taking a nap, Buster.
Well, you guys want to wait 10 minutes?
I
So
mean,
you're
I can
gonna
just poke it
summon
with the
Globby?
staff. We can
Okay.
just I can just hand out things for people to poke stuff with.
I will assume while they're doing this, Buster, that you can just summon Globby anyway, whether you end up using him or not. That way you have him if you need him in the future. So
I'm just gonna
you guys all use some like random like nobody actually touches any of the buttons to press them.
I guess not.
Okay.
Are we all
They
throwing
will not
javelins
press.
in there?
Oh, they won't press?
Nope, they don't
Oh,
press.
well, you guys,
Oh, you have to touch them.
who wants to get your fingers cut off?
Mm.
Can I investigate the buttons to see if they have anything on them, like symbols or something?
Okay,
Nope,
where am I?
you can just look at them. They're just plain little buttons.
I'll press it.
All right. Well,
You're gonna.
I volunteered to press
Curtis,
it.
you're gonna just walk in the room and press the black button in the chest.
Yeah, if anything awry happens, I can just heal myself.
Curtis vanishes.
Oh, goodbye.
Oh, poof.
I knew something bad would happen.
Well, I'm gonna press my button also.
Curtis vanishes. There's a click, a loud click at the door, and then the chests don't have lids on them anymore, so nothing happens with the chests. Curtis, you find yourself just in the darkness, and you hear like the rattling of bones. There's that sickening sensation of like that you get of missing a step when you get teleported. Even with your dark vision, you cannot see in the room you're in.
Ooh.
Curtis! See, Buster, I
Well-
told you. This is why we should have used your son. I'm just banging on the door.
I mean, if I concentrate really hard, can I just teleport back to that room?
There's not a teleportation circle in that room.
Okay, I can't make one. It's too dark.
No, like the way teleportation circle works is there's like a permanent circle, it's in a
okay.
fixed point that you can teleport to.
Gotcha.
You have one at your house, you could just teleport home.
Okay.
Like you could just go back to the to the severed head.
Oh my god.
So Chris, you're gonna press your button.
Yeah.
Okay. Chris vanishes, and Curtis, as you were like, well, I guess I'll go home. You sit down to start drawing. You have to start clearing the rubble of whatever's on the floor, like
Does
out of the way, and you
Wait,
realize it's just
wait.
piles of bone.
Oh,
That
alright.
sounds good.
As you're doing that, there's a
really
thump next to
familiar.
you, and Chris, and you feel somebody smack into the back, like your back, and then
Ow.
and then Chris, you just like feel that sickening sensation of being teleported and smack into Chris or smack into Curtis. Neither one of you can
Wow.
see, but like you can feel this other person. There's like probably a very awkward moment there where you're like, oh, and like Chris draws her swords. Your sword sheds no light in this room.
Oh. Well, that's spooky.
But you guys
Well-
quickly figure out who the other one is.
I'd like to press the other.
Okay, Jordan, you disappear. Layla, the door at the bottom of the stairs, there's a final click, and it is unlocked.
Feels like it's getting a little more
Open the
cramped
door.
in here.
Okay. It opens into that goes further down into the dungeon, so you don't see your friends.
Can I feel around, like, for the edges of this room?
Yeah. Make a investigation check for me.
Mm-hmm.
Anything weird starts happening, I can just take us all home. To our nice salads and beds.
Couple of seconds of feeling around, Chris, and like it just feels like smooth stone. But you do find like the tiniest like hairline crack that you can just barely get your fingernail in. And as you run your nail up and down it, it runs like a perfect vertical straight line. And after a couple of seconds of feeling around, you do find like it feels like a door.
Okay. Can I tell how big this room is?
I gotta measure it. Hang on. It is about 55 by 30 feet. Pretty big room.
Okay.
Even with dark vision, you can't see. Yeah.
I'm gonna. Jordan's in here with us now, right?
Yeah, you hear the crash and you're like, "Whoa, Jordan, don't shoot us!" It's
Hey Jordan, come stick your little thiefy fingers in here in this little crack in the wall. See if you
can
can
make
do
a
something
thieves' tool
about
check
this.
for me.
Let me do.
Did I see a ping? And if so, can I roll perception
A ping
for the
What do you mean?
yelling that's apparently happening?
No, you can't hear them.
Okay.
Luckily, Jordan, you still have all of your stuff. In your stuff, you have a tiny little pry bar that you can just barely slide into the door, and after feeling around for a few seconds, you find the mechanism that actually holds it shut. Pull on it, and the door creaks open. As soon as the door opens, whatever darkness is caused in this room dissipates, and you find yourself staring at the back of Buster's head. Here, there. Now you should be able to see. You're still muted.
What are you doing?
Oh,
Also, I can't see anything yet.
Oh, here we are.
ghost.
Well, that was fun. I guess all these bones are just the people that teleported in here and died, huh?
I couldn't find the door that was right there.
I guess not. Well, I mean, it was a very
Pretty well hidden.
difficult to find.
And
door.
I think with the reunion of your friends, that's probably a good place to stop for the night.
Oh,
Cover
cool.
just gives everyone like giant hugs. He was freaked out.
Aw, Kelrick. It's
We're all right.
okay.
So I don't need to
Yeah.
cast sending. I don't need to send to you guys. Where are you?
They were only
But
gone
this
for like
seems-
a few minutes.
It seems like a cool place to draw a teleportation circle, though, if we want to go home for a bit.
Yeah,
You just come back to the bone pit.
Yeah, the bone
Yeah.
pit.
the bone pit. Well, I mean, you might as well finish your spell. You're still making a teleportation circle. In the dark.
If an adventurer gets lost down
Uh,
here and we make a teleportation circle, could they just travel to our salad bar?
What you're doing is
free
you're not
Yeah.
you're not drawing a permanent. What you're doing is you're drawing a circle. Like, so if you wanted to teleport to the severed head, you would draw the circle that's in the severed head and then step into it, and it takes you to that permanent circle. But the one that you draw to actually teleport to someplace is not permanent. It's gone as soon as you're gone. So you can't just like leave a trail of teleportation circles everywhere you go. It takes time and money to make a permanent one like you guys set up at your house.
Well, maybe we should invest in that. That could give us some income.
Nah, that's like the.
We just
the
put like a
drill.
little
Come
sign
down
in
to the
this
severed
room.
head. Boop.
Hey, are you tired? Are you in the dark? Come have a salad at the.
Oh
Just
my
get
god!
trapped
Just put a sign up in
the
here.
dungeon.
Wait,
Nobody will be able to see it, but
wait, we could
It
do
doesn't like a mess.
we could do a bar crawl, but you don't have to crawl. You just step into the circle.
Yeah. Wow. A little
it's
dungeon
like,
rest
just
stop.
every time we go to a new city, we're like, can we rent a plot of land that's like 3x3?
I just need a 10-foot diameter circle.
I mean, it would keep constant business coming in.
So is that the plan? You guys want to teleport home for the day, and we'll start next session with you guys back at the severed head?
No,
Oh, good.
no, we
Well-
gotta be down here.
There's more doors, right?
Yeah, we haven't finished
What
exploring.
time is it?
I thought we would be able to come back. so-
It's sunset.
And so we have the Castellaners tomorrow?
Yes.
Ugh.
So if you wanted to spend another night in the dungeon and then try to explore, you could. Also, when you walk past this hallway right here, Buster's the only one that's done it. Buster, when you walk past this hallway right here, it smells awful.
Ah! Stinky! Globby, was that you?
Wow. I'll give you guys the week to figure out what you want to do next week. So this time maybe actually talk about it,
Ew, I see blood.
and then we can pick up next week. So
Wait,
you guys,
Uh-oh.
who's
let me know what your
then-
plan actually is.
the MVP though?
Yeah, no, we gotta do those. But
Oh, Chris,
Chris.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
for that fight.
I did a lot of murder
Oh,
today.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was really good. How about Chris?
Yes.
all right. Well, Chris can have MVP. So Chris, you'll be MVP because it seems like that was pretty unanimous. What do we
Thanks.
call this? Something about mold.
Breaking the
Not fitting the
mold.
mold.
That's what it was.
Ah,
Good.
mm-hmm.
it's a good one.
Okay, and then coolest moments.
I liked that guy challenging me to single combat.
I like
That
that
was
he let us
fun.
heal you.
Yeah,
Mistake on his part.
it was.
Even though it wasn't
Even-
necessary.
I
Just being
probably would have healed myself a little bit if you guys weren't able to. But
I don't think he could have taken you even with you at low hit points.
The concept of the stone forest is really cool.
It was cool.
The stone
Yeah.
forest.
Oh yeah, I like that. That was neat.
That was nice.
I didn't steal that from anywhere this time.
Oh.
Well.
That was just my idea. Usually when I
The
steal
chase
stuff, I'm like, I
original.
read this in Adventure 10 years ago. Let me tell you about it. No, that one I was just like, this would be neat. Any other cool moments?
I also like teleporting to the sealed dark room.
Mhm.
Tiny
The
dark room.
darkness.
The
And I
teleport.
had like a flashback to Tomb of Annihilation.
Yeah.
Where we
I
kept
didn't-
teleporting into that.
I had
like,
forgotten.
Starlight
I had
pit.
forgotten about that like that in Tomb
That
of
big trash
Annihilation.
chute.
Yeah.
As soon as you put up the 3 things, I just kept thinking about what
Because those when you had to like climb in them and shut the door,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun.
And then they did something terrible to you when you were inside of them.
Yeah, they were
Like I
incinerators.
think Filbert ended up in one that just like filled with acid.
Yeah, but Filbert was like, this is fine.
It ended up being okay.
Any other cool moments?
I really like the mold. What do you call sneaking up on us?
Oh,
Black
the black
pudding.
pudding.
I like surrounding Chris and Buster by fire.
That was pretty.
was
That was
fun.
pretty smart. Yeah.
Yeah, you saved
Definitely
my
save some
armor.
arm.
Yeah.
Kelric was the king of firewalls.
And very upset about it.
Kelric should be a tech wizard,
Mm-hmm.
What about a pinball wizard?
a tech romancer.
What about a
You're
jukebox?
Romancer, that's how that works.
Jukebox.
A jukebox hero would just be a
hero.
bard, right? Cool. All right. Well, Chris, you are MVP by pretty much unanimous vote for absolutely murking that guy.
Mhm.
That might be where the troll is. We'll find out next week.
After these messages.
On Rage of Dragons.
Love you
Woo!
guys.
Love you guys. Bye.
Night.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Later.
Bye.